How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys, to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. Yo, what is going on with my webcam? Hold on. We fix it. I gotta see if I can get this fixed as part of the default or something. But how you boys all doing? Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful live stream, boys. How's everybody doing today? We got ourselves more 5v5 1v1 DUELS on the evening, boys. All of y'all are having a good one. How you guys all doing? Welcome back. One other wonderful, beautiful live stream, boys. I'm a little bit late today. I'm so sorry. But we'll get started as soon as humanly possible. Boys, are y'all excited? We got some big announcements this week. Did a lot of interviews with Blizzard devs on Dragonflight, lots of information. Apparently Tauren are gonna be rogues. Apparently every class and every race will be able to play priests. So like normal orc priests are probably gonna be massive. What else is there, really? I mean, what, everybody's gonna be able to be a mage? Who can't be a mage right now? Tauren? It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be EU duels tonight, boys, and then it's gonna be some NA tomorrow. You guys are more than welcome to join either one and join us for some duels. Should I get a new weapon with Conquest or get another item to make it a tier? If you're a melee class and you're looking for a weapon is a pretty big upgrade, but so is tier. Like if you have other ways of acquiring gear, like unless you're just PvPing on that character and you want to gear for PvP, that's kind of a hard choice. Depends on the class and spec that you are, because some other tier pieces, like if you're about to hit that 2-piece or 4-piece, that's a big upgrade, but a weapon is going to be a competitive upgrade as well. It really depends on the class that you play. So what do you play, TET? Boys, let's hop on that EU for the evening and see how we're doing tonight with the boys. See how the groups are doing. Let me get online. Let me get the music back up. How y'all boys doing? Welcome, G. We got Administrator. We got Andromeda, Mikolai. We got us Jose. Boys all doing TT and Kryn. The beautiful. How y'all doing? Sorry if my voice is all kinds of scuffy. I feel like I'm starting to get a little sick, and I think you can hear it in my voice. I'm going to try to see if I can mitigate it as best as I can during the duels. I'll try to watch out for my voice as best as I can, but I'm just one man. I don't really have like headphones feeding back into like my mic feeding back into headphones, so it's not like I can really hear what I sound like, but I'm gonna try to keep track of it, boys. Pin? All right, I gotcha. Pin. I'm actually Mikaway. Oh my man, Mikaway. Wait, is that Mikaway? Wait, is that how you say it, Mikaway? What's up, Poltergasm? How you doing, my man? The 2-piece set I'm Fury. So you're about to get a 3rd piece? I think a weapon is better. I think unless you're upgrading from like a 3rd piece to a 4-piece, a weapon is going to be a big increase. How you boys all doing? Welcome. Back at the duels. Let me know how the audio is. I think I got the audio exactly what it's supposed to be. We're hopping on the Dallas Spectator for the night. Yo, I need my EU boys, the Alliance and the Horde. Hop on right now. Make some groups for the evening. I'm a pure warrior. Yeah. I would go with a weapon. Unless you're going from a 3-piece to a 4-piece, I would grab a weapon. I think that'll give you the biggest upgrade you possibly can get in the moment. Last week for EU, it took us a while to get some duels, but we did get some done either way. NA really popped off for their NA duels on a Saturday last week, but EU, it took us a while to get them. Hopefully we'll be able to get them up a little bit earlier. My boy Archie, his subscription ran out, and he is in a situation where he cannot renew it, so it's super unfortunate. They say like you normally do, it's hard to explain. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. May try to put a group together. Let's go, Kajix. Put it in a group, boys. You guys are more than welcome to join my boy, Kajix. Make it a group for them. 5-5. Taxi. 5 man. Let's go, boys. Oh my God, my voice is all messed up. I could hear that one. As I got excited, I could literally hear it in my voice. Oh my God, dude. Should I just add, I think for this set of duels this week, I'm gonna add like, hey, my voice is a little hoarse today, so I'm sorry if it comes out weird. Or maybe I'll add that if my voice does something weird throughout the duel. Right? I'll go back and listen to it, but I apologize ahead of time, boys. I guess my voice is just starting to really go. Taxi with a 5 man. Let's go, boys. We got us a large group. My man Taxi, ready to go. Yo, hopefully, Taxi, whoever you got in your group, we can run them as much as you wanna. Or if you wanna swap for some variety, get some homies in one game, some homies in another game, more than welcome to my man. So, if you guys wanna join in on the Horde, May got a group. I'm not queuing a taxi. I have that. No. Oh, May. I hope you're just memeing. I hope you're just memeing. Oh, no. Is it just like you don't like that he's Affliction Warlock and you're like, man, Affy's kind of hard? Or is it like, hope it's not like, yo, Taxi's kind of, hope it's not Taxi is the problem. I hope it's the class is the problem. Because it's like, okay, I can kind of get you. I can kind of get you. Well, you know what? You might be able to queue into Taxi's group, but it doesn't mean you'll queue into Taxi every single time. But May starting a group, boys. KJX over on the Horde. My God, my voice. My God, my voice. I apologize again. I'm going to apologize. Dude. I'm going to be the Canadian for the evening, man. I'm going to be apologizing left and right. I know it's like stereotypical, but we do got a couple of Canadians here in the guild. Usually a lot of them are really, really nice. There's only been a handful of them. Handful of Canadians. At least when it comes to playing WoW. That I haven't had that good of an experience with. Majority of them have been like really, really chill. Really, really chill. A lot of them. Actually, quite a lot of the guild has been French Canada. Or not French Canada, but Canada. I guess there's two parts too, right? One side speaks a little more French, the other's a bit more English. But main starting to get a group together, boys. If you want to join in over on the Horde, play versus play, pretty good custom PvP. Find a group top number 5 at the top, and you'll find KJX Zoop over on the Horde. Unless somebody wants to start a second alliance group, then you guys are more than welcome to. But we got KJX trying to put them together on the Horde, boys. What is this? ZM skin GP? What does skin mean? Is that like skin for Pokepock? Or is that something else? Oh, skinning. This is a two-part question. Are you in Russia? No. And why not? Because my mom, originally my mom found my stepdad and they met each other. And then we're like, hey, you want to move to America? Kind of a good life here. So I was like, all right. But in a long haul, it's probably a really good idea because well, Russia as a country has been on a downtrend, I guess the best way to put it. Where my mom at the time felt like, man, economically, opportunity-wise, it's starting to slim. You know what I mean? Compared to America. So it was probably a good idea that we moved here in the first place. Originally. Just so I can have, me and my children can both have more opportunities. That was the whole idea. Is like, you know, at the time it was kind of like the American dream type of deal, but it's probably good in the long haul. But that's why, yeah. If I were to go back to Russia, I don't know. It's like I've been living in the West for so long. I kind of feel American, right? I don't really feel Russian that much anymore. Like I talked to some family in Russia, and I try to speak Russian. Like, oh, that's good. That's family right there. But there's a little bit of a disconnect at this point, right? Where I just don't feel like I'm like. I guess like we're all family, but there's also a little bit of disconnect where I'm just like. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like we're a different kind of people at that point. You know what I mean? Twin? Yeah. Dal V2. Dal V2. One difference is he doesn't have the same mustache that I do. That's the only way you can tell us apart right now. I mean, there's other ways. Yo, KJX. Yo, boys, we need some more boys to join KJX for his 5V5 1v1 Organ? No, relisted. There we go. Boys, we need more dudes to join up KJX for 5v5 1v1 Duels group over in the custom PvP. If you guys are interested, you are more than welcome to join in. Unless we have like a second group on the Horde, that's a different story. What classes are RP for 3s? What classes specs are RP? Imagine rogues are really good, right? Mages are really good. Holy paladin, holy priests are really, really good. You can play that with anything. Frost mages are nuts now right now, or even fire mages are good too. Especially in a caster cleave like with a destruction warlock. I've seen that Unholy DK and Demon Hunter, or Unholy DK and a Monk can work together pretty well. Turbo is not often played as much as it used to be. I could be wrong. What's up, Koopa? Hey, to my man. Yo, Koopa, you want to join KJX for 5v5s, by the way? He's trying to group together. You're more than welcome to join in, my guy, if you want to play. See, my question, K, thanks no problem, Poppy Kingpin. I like that name, though. I like that name, my guy. EU dead Sag? Well, Alliance was able to grab 5 boys together. I wonder if it's EU Horde that's dead, but Alliance is good to go. It took us a while to get a Horde group together last week, but we were able to get some together and we were able to play quite a bit. I wonder if it's possible to make a second Alliance group or something. I'll join him, Koopa. You're more than welcome to my man. Yo, if you got any friends, if you got any boys that want to join in, that you want to invite for 5v5, you're more than welcome to my guy. Yo, May, if you got any friends that you play arenas with on Real ID, anybody PvP will be like, yo, you want to join us for this dueling thing? That's why asking boys and friends that you know on Real ID helps out tremendously. tremendously. And while I'm behind on my vid stuff, I just got to do a little bit of background work here, boys. So I'm gonna do that while we wait. But boys, hope everybody's having a wonderful evening, man. I really got to figure out what happened to my voice last night. I remember just having a coughing fit yesterday. I don't remember. I think there was something stuck in the back of my throat. And I wonder if maybe that made him, if that messed up something up back there. It was trying to get it out of my system. Yeah. I'll probably rogue for the expansion. Rogues are really fun right now. Hi, which server are you on? On EU, I think it's Argent Dawn or my alts, but I play on Illidan on NA. I don't actually have a functional EU character at the moment. Everybody, how you doing, fam? Hope you're having a good one. Trying to pose the dual stream here, second, boys, on the YouTube end. I was gonna tweet it, just in case. What's up, Evalia? How you doing, my man? Hope you having a good one. Yo, Evalia, we're going into these duels with a little bit of a hoarse voice. Voice is a bit hoarse. Got a long face. But besides that, we're doing good. How long have you been streaming? Like in general or this evening? This evening we've been around for what, like 15 minutes or something like that right now? Starting to get some groups together. How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one, Valia. Here we go. I wish WoW would add, or WoW Twitter would add some new gifts to add. I feel like at this point it's kind of like some of them are getting kind of reused at this point. Because I feel like I tried as many new Lich King ones, or as many good looking Lich King ones, but it's like there's only so many, you know what I mean? There's only so many I could use. But we're trying to get some boys together for 5V5 1v1 Duels tonight, boys. Cage has got a 5-man group, or at least he got a 2-man group. Needs 3 more boys to join in, and we'll be good to go. We got ourselves Taxi with a 5-man squad ready to go. I wonder if it's possible to try to just put together a second group on Alliance over in the EU. Looking for 3 more horde group? Let's go, boys. Just need 3 more. Join in for some 5v5 1v1 duels. Or potentially someone should try to make no other team. Taxi, I wonder if it's possible. We're trying to get a second group to go on Horde, but I wonder if we got more NA or more EU Alliance boys at this point. I wonder if it might even be easier for someone to try to start a second Alliance group, because then we'll have 2 Alliance groups fighting each other. I wonder if that's possible. Does Switch still play? You have to check out Twitch. I don't know, actually. I imagine. What do you think about Shaman build I sent ya? The Shaman build? Wait. Which one, Evalio? You okay with 3 rogues? If one of them is outlaw, then I'm okay. If one of those rogues is outlaw, then I'm fine with that. Because outlaw rogues at least plays a little different than assassination or subtlety. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Looking for 2 more in the horde group. Let's go, boys. 2 more hordes. And we got us as a 5-man squad. One assassin, one outlaw sub. I'm okay with that. I like variety. I won't say no to that. The reason is subtlety and assassination 9. Oh, that one. Wait. That was on, was it in DM? Hold on, was that on a DM? Okay, I see it now. Okay, well, the name of Alia and what you have on Discord are a little different, so I didn't put the 2 and 2 together, but now that makes a little more sense. I see it. I liked it a lot. I like the idea behind it. I think it's hilarious. I like stuff like that. I think it's really cool. There we go. 1 more. We need 1 more, boys. Over in Team Horde. We got ourselves a 5-man group ready to go. Just 1 more. Yeah, it took me a second. I'm really bad with names, and I'm very, very forgetful. So, like, I don't do it on purpose. It's just, it literally slips by me. It just slips by me, and I can't really do much about that. I really don't know. I need to, you know what I need to do? I need to play those, you know those games that people play when they get older? like adults play when they get a little older, just to make sure that the memory is all good. Like they're like IQ games or like memory games. I feel like I need to start playing those before I get like super old, because if I'm having like issues forgetting stuff now, bro, it's only gonna get worse, dude. I'm gonna be an old man literally forgetting what my name is or where I live. It's gonna get real bad. So I need to start working on that as soon as possible, honestly. It's real bad, dude. It is real bad. I don't do it on purpose. That's all I can tell you, is I promise you, I don't do it on purpose. But yeah, that seems really, really fun. I have a shaman, so I kind of want to try it too. And I might be able to put a couple of shamans together for something like that. I think that'll be very, very fun and enjoyable. I think it'd be super cool. Yeah. I love stuff like that, honestly, like hybridized builds and whatever. Like, what would you call it? One more needed over on the Horde, boys, and we'll be good to go. If I get some background stuff done, background things taken care of. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna look good. Bro, my eyes have been a little bit like, it's been so hard to focus. I feel like I need to maybe swap out my contact lenses. It's almost like it's really difficult for me to like focus up. I might just have to do it after like the stream. I'll probably do that. So pop in a couple of fresh contacts. That'll probably help out tremendously. I'll probably at that state where I just gotta swap them out. Because as I'm looking at stuff, I'm like, it's so hard for my eyes to focus. Like really, really difficult to focus. It could be that or just absolute exhaustion and tiredness, which I have been going through for the last couple of days. I really do need to go to bed a lot earlier though. I need to do a way better job of that. That would look fantastic. We got our group. Let's go, boys. We got ourselves a 5-man ready to go. May, Main, and Tagsy. Let's go, boys. No target. Invite spectator match. May, Main, and Tagsy. What happened? What happened, Tagsy? I mean, KJX. Crack a cold one open. Show pills. I got some water, but maybe I could grab a soda. Maybe that's what I needed, some caffeine in my system. What happened? Did we lose one? Or are we good to go? Was it too late? Might have been late. That might have been my fault. Try again. Alright, it's not good. Having the target. Are we online? Or did I get the wrong name? I might have gotten the wrong name. Hold on. Main. Okay, he's online. So then I must have gotten the wrong name. May, M-E-I-M-A-I-N, and Tagsy. It says no target. Make sure you lead. I don't know what happened. Maybe you got DC'd or something and you had to go back in. Make sure you lead. Because it says no target. It says I need to target something, but I feel like I got it right. M-E. Tagsy's offline? What happened to Tagsy? Yo, Tagsy, you online, my guy? Oh, Tagsy is online. Did I get Tagsy wrong? T-A-G-S-Y. Yeah, this is easy. Requeue. Hold on. Now we're good. I was appearing offline. We're good to go, boys. The Grand Arena is the first one we'll be diving into this evening. Hi, bro. What's up, Melvin? How you doing, my man? A bit rusty on Monk. I'm trying my best. Yo, give it a good old chop, my guy. Give it a good old go. Monks are at least in a pretty good spot for PvP. So at least there's that. But I think you'll do just fine, my man. I think you'll do just fine. Honestly. Alrighty, boys. We got our sister group. We got our sister boys. Let's go, dude. Let's go, boys. Oh my god. I'm gonna try to do the very best I can with my voice, man. After the stream, I'm gonna try to let my voice rest as best as I can. Alrighty, boys. Are you guys ready for some 5v5 1v1 duels? I gotta get the duels mix. I gotta get the good mix. Hold on a sec. I gotta get the good mix. What am I doing? There we go. Actually, I don't like to start with this song. Let's do something else. Let's do... Yeah, that's a good one. Start off big. So Twitch. We got ourselves Team 1 together with Triple Rogue Squad. Although we got a mix. We got ourselves an Outlaw Rogue with Koopa. We got ourselves KJX on the Assassination and Lomachenko over a sub. Now, normally we have a rule of no 3 of the same class. However, with rogues and one of them being outlaw, You don't get as many resets. Kiosko is gonna get it with a stun as Naze randomly guesses where this hunter could be, unless maybe the pet was somehow dotted or something. Khal Drogo is also going to be on the team one as well. And next, starting as Affliction Warlock, he's going to have to go for big dots with his Kiosko. It's going to have to account for the Feigned Death Legendary. Going to be Kiosko as a Necrolord. Big haste buff for Naze. Got himself Dark Soul stability. Going to be a port next to Kiosko. Trying to see if he gets some dots in there. Going to be the Dark Leg getting hit with a trap. He knows exactly how to go after. Going to be Kiosko getting hit with a Manic Bandage. The Dark Leg going to try to see if he can disrupt it. At least going to hit the pet. As Naze is going to go for a Dark Pact. Did get hit with a Freezing Trap. That's also going to be the Resolve Trinket passive. Is going to end up sending in CC. The first CC 20% longer. It's going to be 20% more effective overall. As you can see with the stun, going to be that wall. As the explosions come down, going to be Eagles flying, Drain Life coming out. But it doesn't look like Naze might be playing a Drain Life build. Otherwise, I think the Drain Life would be fantastic in terms of the damage. Going to be a kill shot through the chest by Kiosko, who whittled down the Warlock fairly quickly. Flare down is able to counter Affliction Warlocks easily with a Craven Stratagem Legendary. Is able to go for a full setup with let him dot you up, feign death, remove all those dots, not even take the damage from those dots in the first place. Because normally whenever you cleanse yourself of UA, it does quite a bit of spell damage to you. But with that legendary, just immune it and remove it. Gonna be a full 9 Fate burst on the Kiosko with a Vendetta. Gonna be massive damage. Kiosko might be in trouble. He's gonna have himself a shield in the last second, as he's gonna have a lot of damage broken onto him. It looks like still some dots are rolling in, but the Vendetta was able to expunge a lot of those dots very quickly as Vendetta speeds up a lot of those dots. It is the Assassination Rogue tier set 4-piece. Did get nerfed this week. So it's not dots are 100% the speed, but only at 50% the speed, although those dots quickly get to do the full damage full time over the period on an enemy. And Kajix does go for a Vanish reset. I don't know if you went for 100% crit setup there, or did it go for the Duskwalker Legendary? But it did go for a Vanish. Can't really tell if that was together with Vendetta to make 100% crit damage work, or is he just going for advantage just to get himself a bit of a reset? Does walk at Kiosko, is going to be mounted up, going to be a camera for Kiosko for a second. Kajix is going to be mounted up as he's getting pelted with grenades and dots. It looks like he's going to leave. Okay. Was he trying to go for like an all-in one-shot onto Kiosko and couldn't do it? It's going to be a grenade chicken onto Kiosko, big damage. Cheap shot back-to-back. That's going to be a turtle shell as Lomachenko going to try to see if he can take down Kiosko immediately. Probably expecting a freezing trap anytime now. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a trinket with a blind to Kiosko looking for the reset. Does catch himself a reset. Does he go for the full reset with the saps? Kiosko. Does he have a human racial at this point? I don't know, but apparently he has a hunter's mark on the rogue. The pet knows exactly where he's at. Gonna be traps getting laid down. Lomachenko is gonna be able to, well, is it gonna be able to watch Kiosko recover, watch him get himself a full flash cup? It's gonna be a slice nice as a grenade trigger coming down for Kiosko. Big grenade, big explosions. Lomachenko does not have, actually has a quick shadows. I thought he used it already, but it's gonna be quick evasion versus Kiosko. That death tracker continues to just rip right through him. I can't tell if it's actually ripping right through him or if it's kind of like, is it dodging it and it's just trying to go again? There's like a frisbee, like a boomerang, or is it like just a visual? I can't really tell. Gonna be Kiosko harpooning down, pinning Lomachenko in place, dropping down the steel trap, keeping him over there. First aid, it's illegal. It's cheating. Hunters can't heal. It's OP. Wait, what? Hold on, huh? That's gonna be a cheap shot onto Kiosko. Lomachenko going in for full damage. Gonna be a freezing trap. At Kiosko going for manic bandage. And Mikolai in chat says, dude, this guy stopped cheating. Bandages are illegal. Wait. In the manic bandage? That's like a PvP talent for them. Am I wrong on that or what? Hold on, is that what Kiosko left? Is that the bandage? I doubt it, right? Am I wrong? Or what? Getting a shot onto Kiosko. Try to go for a shadowy duel. The pet does kind of get confused, but it's not going to let Lomachenko escape with the steel trap that's going to be over. As Kiosko takes out the rogue with Khal Drogo. Gonna be up next. We got that 4-minute, 40-second duel. No dampening quite yet. This is gonna go for a bit of a reset. And Khal Drogo looking to pick up the eye immediately. Kiosko got some dots rolling in onto Khal Drogo. Does have a flesh cut to keep himself nice and healthy for a little bit. It's gonna be able to build up a little bit of chi off of the pet, at least, as well as get himself a second target for the spinning crane kick procs. As Kiosko is looking for a complete reset behind the pillar. Chilling, buying himself some time. Khal Drogo, again, just trying to make sure he's keeping himself nice and healthy. And Kioska just kind of waiting, trying to get Khal Drogo to come over to him. Khal Drogo at least to move the dots behind the pillar and catch up a little bit of healing. Hang out and chill. Gonna be a flash cut up for Kioska. It looks like he's gonna be the one pushing at Khal Drogo. At least trying to get himself out of the hit, trying to get him baited away from the pillar. Big death shock from Khal Drogo might be in trouble. It's gonna pop a wall as well as a diffuse harm. Trying to reduce as much damage taken as best as possible. Trying to go for a heal. Kioska looking in for maybe an interrupt. Leg sweep by Khal Drogo. Going in for the big damage. Fist of Fury flying. Kioska might actually be okay. Gonna be a karma as Khal Drogo is trying to turn any aggression for Kioska back into himself. Khal Drogo needs to be going for as much self-healing as possible. I believe he might be playing good karma. I didn't see if there was a Ring of Peace or not, Ring of Boopity Bop. But it looks like he's going to go for a bit of a reset. Scare Beast onto that Zoan. It's so weird that Zoan cannot be CC'd. Normally it didn't used to be. I remember at some point Blizzard was like, you know what? Zoan is now CC'able. So Majors are pulling it, Hunters are fearing it, just to get it out of the way. They actually do reduce quite a bit of the burst and damage out of the Monk burst. Kioska trying to make sure he has an angle. Got a steel trap on Khal Drogo. Does play Ring of Peace. Okay, so he does not play good karma. So he does have utility, but will have a lack of survivability. Because good karma is quite a bit of a healing. Going to be a parry up. Khal Drogo can and put on ice. His Kioska wants to separate away from the Fist of Fury. Grenade trigger getting thrown in. Does he have a stun to follow? It's going to be a stun. Khal Drogo getting hit with the explosions. Oh my goodness. Kioska with the explosives. He got grenades. He got everything. Koopa trying to see if he can deny any kind of healing. For Kioska, grappling over, Kidney Shot to follow. It's going to go for the Venthyr Burst with Dreadblade. Should be able to get quite a lot of value. Kioska could be in big trouble. That is going to be Turtle Shell. Kioska going to be Koopa turning attention around onto the pad. The Venthyr Burst, I think, still hits Kioska even though he has a Turtle Shell. Because once you get the flagellation on his body, any kind of damage you do to the pet is also going to flare up that shadow damage onto Kioska. Going to be an evasion out for Koopa. It's going to land the Kidney Shot onto Kioska. Does he go for the big Kidney Shot setup? Potentially. It's going to be a steel trap yet again. As Koopa trying to get himself some damage. Going to be Kioska, I think, diving the camo for a second even. With a manic bandage to follow. Koopa got himself the Aegis Trinket. Is going to give him a little bit of protection from some of that magic damage. Trying to see if he can avoid all the traps towards Kioska. Quick gouge to keep him in place. And most likely waiting for yet another Kidney Shot. Disarming to Kioska, sending out all the grenades. Stunning to Koopa. Trinkets out immediately. Going to be Death Shock. Whizzing past Koopa, but I think Koopa might actually have it here. Looks like Kioska is going to be down for the count as Koopa does take out the gun. Points into the boy. Hits him that execution style with fake tags. Oh my god. Oh, Koopa just went in against the Hunter, burned a lot of his cooldowns, and you're forced to play against Tagsy immediately. Koopa is going to have to try to avoid him as best as possible. Isaac getting picked up by Tagsy. Set the Succubus in a decent position, or Incubus, wherever it's at. Oh, there he is. There's the boy. He's going to get a whip. Quick crack of the whip onto Koopa, getting him out of the combat. Letting Tagsy know without whip, kind of like echolocation. Watcha! Exactly what the rogue is at. Tagsy swinging around, got the UA. That Koopa is going to have to figure out a way to either line inside Tagsy as best as possible while UA is on him. It's going to be a lot of extra bonus damage. Stunning to Tagsy is going to have to be aware about the Resolve Trinket. Claw coming up very, very soon. Will not be able to interrupt Tagsy in the next go. It has advantage to do anything. It's going to burn through all the defense, so Tagsy could be in big trouble. Tagsy looking to back up, but Tagsy might be in trouble. It's going to be a quick old drain. Koopa did burn advantage there. Is going to have to wait until the next click of Shadow stun around the corner. Koopa needs to make sure he doesn't get CC'd or controlled too hard. He needs to be aware that Tagsy has Result Trinket and those Kidney Shots need to make him count. Koopa trying to see if he can tussle with an Incubus. Quick drain life for Tagsy. Does get a bit of recovery. There's only so much you can do when it comes to recovery. Does kill the Incubus, and Tagsy's going to summon a new one. Maybe Koopa is looking for that reset after he just battled the Incubus. Is able to get a cooldown reduction on a lot of his abilities, actually. Trying to see if he might be able to Shadow Meld over. Stab on a Tagsy. Does proc his Resolve Trinket, and Koopa, if he has any dots, is going to get him out in the open. He better sap Tagsy. Oh, he doesn't get the sap on Tagsy. Tagsy sells immune to CC. Has himself fully away. Koopa does have a Cloak of Shadows at the very least. Kidney Shot is able to wait out the, or maybe gouge to proc out the Resolve Trinket. That Succubus CC stops his go. As he had a Kidney Shot onto Tagsy. Tagsy getting those dots back up and running. Koopa has a Cloak of Shadows, worst to worst, is going to burn it. After this Cloak of Shadows, you're hoping for another Vanish. If you can, as long as you can Vanish and break the drained life, you might at least be able to deny Tagsy any kind of healing or burst. Does catch himself a reset. And could potentially go for a blind onto the Incubus. Next time CCing the Incubus might not be a terrible idea. I know you will have to feel like a waste of a blind, but at least it stops you from being CC'd. Gonna be Tagsy, getting opened up on, does burn through Tagsy's CC. That's gonna be Resolve Trinket, Mortal Coil, tags the human rations out of it. That's gonna be full burst. Koopa can go for a vanish, does vanish with the Aegis Trinket, trying to see if he can make some damage versus Taxi. Back it up out of there, trying to make sure the drain doesn't hit him. And he might be in a bit of trouble. Using the damage with a flagellation to hit back out to Taxi. Grappling across is gonna be Taxi with a quick drain. Koopa, there's only so much you can do, and I think it's over. Does get himself Warlock House in the last second. That's going to be quick blind into Taxi. The dot's still rolling on him. Had to regenerate for a second, but the dots will break it anyway. Does get a CC onto the Incubus. Dora shadows, but it's over. The dots have set in. There's only so much you can do. Wait. Caught himself a cheap shot on the pet. Wait. There's no way. There's no way Koopa comes out of this one alive, right? There's just absolutely no way. Gonna be a pet resummon. As Taxi goes in for a dog glare. Is he going to interrupt with Koopa? Koopa actually might have opportunity here. He can get calm points and go for a stun onto Taxi. Mortal Coil hits him before anything. Fear to follow. Unless the dots break something here. Taxi ramping up all those dots. Koopa is going to be in big trouble. Unless he get himself another self-heal. Does have the balloon pet to at least get calm points off of and generate. Could maybe go for a stun onto Taxi. Potentially. Maybe. Drain life. There's nothing you can do at this point. He got himself a sippy cup. Every time he gets... Dude, there's no way. There's no way. Koopa doing his very best, though. Vanish? No way, right? Somebody's health is still alive, dude. Outlaw Rogues. Right there. But eventually, Koopa is going to die to dots. He got himself the last bit of healing. It's barely fighting those dots. It's barely fighting any of those dots. There it is. He did so good. For the situation he was in against the Warlock, I thought he did fantastic. I am surprised he lived as long as he did. There, against an Affliction Warlock, all you can do as an Outlaw Rogue is try your very best not to fall behind. And that's very difficult, especially as the dampening starts to ramp up. Because then you just denied any kind of healing. And then you're just dealing with the dots, and it's really difficult. And Resolve Trinket makes it so awkward too. Let's get another duel going, boys, yeah? Let's get another one up and running. Yo, is KJX out of the group? Do we maybe have the Koopa take over? Potentially, if he's down for it. Again, I apologize about my voice, boys. My voice is hoarse. Really badly. 80... How many are we at, though? 2? 3? Taxi got a 5-man. Let's go, boys! Taxi got a 5-man ready to go. Let's get another one going, boys. Requires Hunter Survival. Required level 20. Instantly clears all bleeds. Mending bandages. Hunter 20 instantly clears all bleeds, poison, disease. Yeah, it's a PvP talent. It's a PvP talent. I'm boss, I'm not stupid. May, ready to go? Hey, I'm glad. What happened, May? Did you like try to go for a go versus the hunter? And you're like, out. I'll just go again. I'll just get back in there. I'm leader now. Sound good, my man. Did it make your baseline leader or is May lead? I guess if it says Azrael is lead, you can pass it back to May if he's still in. Yeah, you can pass it back to May if he's still in there. It's whatever you guys want to do. Sharp tongue as always. What's up, Lieutenant Kiki? How you doing, my guy? Yo, sorry. Sharp tongue, but a hoarse voice. Koopa's lead? Alright, sound good. So Koopa, you're lead. It's really easy. Just gotta list yourself in 5V5 1v1 duel for LFG. That'll be good to go. Yo, kited? Storm scale? Wait, is Koopa kited? They're passing leads everywhere. Somebody's lead. But boys, we got one more spot over on Team Horde. You guys are more than welcome to join up. Kioska's single last man can do anything. Yo, Kioska is really good at Hunter. You know what I mean? Kioska knows what they're doing when it comes to Hunter. They are an experienced Hunter. They know what is up. So maybe, yeah, maybe. I mean, you know what? I'm sure as we get more duels in, they won't always end up getting like the lucky first go. So it's kind of one of those things that's like it comes and goes type of deal. But yeah, maybe. We have 5-man ready to go. 5, let's go. So who's lead now? One says to the group. It says Azrael is lead, so I guess we'll do Azrael. Azrael and Tagzi. Wait, what? Who's lead now? Wait, okay. Azrael, it says group isn't lead already. Did I get it wrong? Rael. I'm not lead. Oh, okay. Oh, who's lead then? Who's lead? Kite guy is lead. Don't know who that is. Kite, do I have Kite in real ID? Or do they need to pass it? Yo, Kite, my man. Do I gotta add you in real ID? Or you want to pass it like Mayo Azrael? because I already have him added anyway. Hunter is the easiest class to play. Yeah, I'm gonna be expert Hunter. Wow, what a big addition. I don't know, man. Hunters, I feel like, are a squishy class. For PvE, for certain, and I think that translates pretty well into PvP. They are pretty squishy, so they have to play like that Feint Death Lego, which creates a situation where they would rather be tankier, and they would rather not have an immunity. They would rather just be able to tank the damage a little bit better than they do right now, because Hunters can die in this single setup. I'm lead? Alright, May's lead. Perfect. Awesome, boys. Thank you for being helpful. I appreciate it. Let's go. Let's get another one going. Cheers. Thanks so much. Yo, boys, again, I apologize if my voice is hoarse. I'm gonna do my very best to watch out for my voice as best as I can. I don't want to make it a bad experience for any of you boys. You know what I mean? I have feelings, you know. I know you do, Abe. Oh, man. So, hot for Dragonflight? Yes, I am. Super, dude. The more entries are coming out, the more I'm like, I like that. I like that. I like the things that Blizzard is saying overall, dude. I think they're looking really, really good. So far, the expansion is really shaping up. Jellybean shakes his head in his approval. Wait, what happened? What about Jellybean? What did I say something that Jellybean would disapprove? Wait a second. Did I say something wrong? Hold on. Let me correct the record then, if that's the case. That's a glass. Yeah. We'll see. Maybe they'll send out Tagsy immediately instead. That'll be a hell of a duel. Because if you're like, not Kiatsu, it's kind of hard. Alright, there's just send Tagsy first. Twitch. We got ourselves Khal Drogo over on Team 1 as a Windwalker Monk. We got ourselves Kaiden over on the Team 1 together with Koopa. Let's stick it to the Outlaw Guns. We got ourselves Naze, and we got ourselves the Blank as a Tauren. Shadow Priest, he got glasses. I really wish I could see his Mog, but in a full shadow form, it is difficult to see. Gonna be the Warsaw versus Beggar as Beggar. Oh, my favorite Mog of you, fam. I'm a big fan of this Mog, dude. I think it's so chill. 9 feet burst under the Blank, gonna trick it out of it. Got himself Kyrian burst. Wait, what the? It's a Kyrian Shadow Priest? What is going on? He almost blasted Beggar out of the game. Huh? This man playing Kyrian, that is crazy. Beggar does dive into stealth with the Cloak of Shadows, Vendetta already burning on the Blank. This man was able to take the aggression of Beggar, pop himself big Vamp Embrace, Trinket, go for the big Kyrian, and blast damage so hard into Beggar. He literally healed through the damage taken. That is incredible. Seeing Beggar go for the Warlock Hellstorm from the Team 1 or Team 2 that has Lucifer, as well as your boy Tags in there. We got ourselves Unlucky then, as well as Kiosk in here as well. It looks like Beggar is going to have to go for another go. That's going to be 1.5 minutes into Sepsis, no longer available. Blank is going to go for Siphon immediately. That's going to be some freebie damage towards Beggar. Get a shot onto Blank. Blank playing the normal trinket, does not play the resolve trinket. It's going to be Quick Fear versus Beggar. Trying to go for a shot of Mender 2. Should be able to recover quite a bit. It's going to be a while until we see his Kyrian burst hit again. Got some doubts on the Beggar, going to be a stun. Beggar still has a trinket. Void Eruption up for Blank. Does have Void Eruptions rolling in with a Void. Tauren, big damage into Beggar. Could be pretty big trouble for him. Shadow Priest jumping down after. Going to be Beggar diving into a reset. The dots are still on him. Going to be a quick shot of men for the Blank. As Beggar looking for that reset, trying to see if he can back up out of the Blank is just rushing at him. Potentially could maybe get a dot. Gonna be those restyle shields for Beggar. Still has dots rolling. Get him to the 9th phase. But at this point, should have the Sepsis ability coming back off cooldown. The Blank will have the ability to. Wait, did this man run Life Swap? Did Blank run Life Swap? Oh no. Oh, now I feel bad because now Blank might actually have a PvP talent that's kind of like taking up a spot that could have been used in a duel. Sepsis Big Burst is going to be dispersed. Oh my goodness, that's Sepsis Burst out of Rogues. That's even the nerf tier set. And this man was at least able to stall. He can't even heal past it. He's just able to stall some of the damage of the Vendetta. Just some of it. He's still taking a good portion of it though. It's still a scary situation. Going to be full PI for Blank. Potentially could maybe get some pets. Beggar getting hit with a stun. Could shrink out of it. Gonna be full dots up. Blank doesn't go for the biggest go possible. Potentially could be a fear. Worst up, Boon the Ascended. Big burst of the Beggar. Does have a Cloak of Shadows. Trying to see maybe if he might be able to get himself some big AoE. Trying to get him maybe a big heal. Potentially big blast of the Beggar. Does get shut their own shadow. But he still has Arcane Cast. Gonna be a Kid Shot. Gonna be Trinket. It's gonna be a big creating explosion. Does do a bit of damage. Beggar getting hit for the Void. Tauren attached to him as he goes behind the pillar. It looks like he consumes yet another Warlock Hellstone. But in this duel long enough, he actually gets access to a second one. Blank no longer with a trinket. Use of Vampiric Embrace. Disperse is going to be down. At least Disperse should line up pretty well together with that 1.5 minute, roughly 1.5 minute Vendetta, as well as Sepsis. Going to get some dots on the Beggar. as the rogue is building up for a kidney shot. Greater fade in case the rogue goes for a kidney shot. I don't think he did. Stun onto Beggar, still holding on to that trinket. Blank goes in for a heal. Beggar knows not to trinket unless he really needs to. Full dots are up on the rogue with a Shadowfiend and everything. Gonna be some DPs with a Void Tauren eating right through him. Shadowfiend around the corner. Gonna be the mobility heightened for Beggar with the soul shape as Blank looking to maybe swing around, try to see if he can get line of sight of Beggar. It's Beggar looking for that full-on reset. And should be able to get himself a bit of that line of sight enough to wait out the dots, enough to dive into restealth, and looks like some dots are still ticking on him, but should be falling off anytime soon. For Blank, waiting out, it's not the worst situation because he is getting cooldowns back quicker. But it is really a waiting game because he's kind of like, well, I can't really chase the rogue. I can only do enough damage to get the rogue low. I can maybe outplay UCC against the rogue. That's about all he could really do. It looks like it was maybe a sippy cup. As he's getting hit with a full Vendetta, going to be Sepsis. He's able to stall some of that damage. Beggar get himself a pretty big buff from Sepsis as he gets hit with some trinkets, blind into the Blank. Siphon falling off. Beggar looking for that reset. I think Beggar decided to commit a trinket. Maybe he's going to try to commit some of that Vendetta left over. No, actually just going to go for reset completely. Could this be an opportunity for the Blank to go for a big go? There's no way for the rogue to escape at all. The Blank could actually just commit all the damage in the world. Fear onto Beggar. Catch himself a bit of a reheal. We get into the 4-minute 40% dampener, so it's going to be a bit of a dampener game. Kidney shot onto the priest. Does have some cooldowns available too. He's going to have to use maybe something out of this kidney shot, as a kidney shot with a shiv is pretty deadly. Greater fate for the Blank. Got himself PI, trying to get interrupted. Going to be a stun around him as Beggar gets him low enough in health. Blank trying to go for the big one of the Ascended. Beggar get hit with a slow. Clock of Shadows is available, is going to use it here. Potentially Blank could maybe still build up a bit of damage versus Beggar, trying to stay on him as best as possible. Trying to get a blast off as soon as he gets line of sight. It looks like Beggar does dive in a reset. Blank, he knew he couldn't really get blasted to Beggar while he's in cloak, but I think I still want to blast him just to keep the guy in combat. Get hit with a sap. Vendetta, not back up for the rogue just yet. Going to be a trigger for Blank. Decide, you know what? I'm just going to go in. I'm just going to go use burst. Going to be Void Eruptions flying, but nowhere near Beggar. Blank might end up picking up the eyes as the rogue does go for a sap into a Garrote right after. Fear by the priest, no trinket by the rogue. Cloak of Shadow is not available. Blank could potentially have a go. Vendetta is back up. Likely Sepsis as well. Probably kidney shot on top of it. Blank is definitely going to have some kind of a go here. Going to be a disperse immediately, but the dampener finally starting to roll in. So the dampener is going to play against Blank. Cheap shot after the disperse. Potentially even Garrote. Going to be AoE stun for Blank. Does get himself an opportunity to catch up a little bit of a heal or two. Still a little below health. Get interrupted. No! And the Shadow Priest trying to do the very best he can as a Kyrian. But Beggar does end up getting that quick interrupt on those heals. He just tried to maintain the damage after the Sepsis, after the Vendetta, trying to keep the dots rolling, knowing that a disperse is going to happen. And Khal Drogo is going to be up next versus Beggar. Trying to see if he can set up a bit of a port. Beggar back into the cell. Just melted that guy out. I was really excited to see the potential damage of the Shadow Priest, but that Rogue versus Shadow Priest, like, their cooldowns all land perfectly. Every time the Kyrian bursts up for the Priest, the Rogue has a Cloak of Shadows. Every time the Rogue has a Vendetta Sepsis, the Priest has a Disperse. So it's like perfectly counting each other until one of them makes a mistake, or one of them makes a perfect play and catches a quick, like, lucky interrupt, or at least maybe planned. I don't want to say lucky in like a bad way. Lex sweep onto Beggar, potentially big damage on Khal Drogo. Looking to shut down Beggar right now to see how the biggest goal is going to be tricking for Beggar, trying to see if he can get out of there. Let's Khal Drogo having any damage to follow up. Another BDB down, trick inside of Beggar. It's going to hit with a spin to win, trying to go for a shot at the last second. At no health at all. Are you kidding me? Beggar looking for that full-on reset. And Khal Drogo, he doesn't have any dots. Beggar actually gets to the clean one. Should be able to maybe get himself a sit pick up. His hand's doing something. He just put his hand behind his back, like maybe trying to take something and then point it. I don't know what he's trying to do, but he does escape that burst scot-free. I am amazed. Was that even trinket burned? Was that just him surviving and then shot him in the last second and then just stealthing out? Monks don't have any dots, so the fact that if Khal Drogo had any kind of dots rolling on Beggar, he definitely would have gotten him out. Quick sap guarantees him an opportunity to grab himself a quick first aid, recovering as much health as possible. As Beggar jumps back into the cell, has a Vendetta back up. Khal Drogo does not have a trinket. Beggar could actually have himself the biggest go possible with Sepsis. If he can just get himself an opener, go for a quick couple of dots, full kidney shot onto Khal Drogo, full Vendetta Sepsis, this could just melt the guy out. He is playing an Orcs, he's not going to sit stuns long at all, so you got to make sure to land a full kidney shot onto the guy. It's going to be Garrote. Khal Drogo better have a response, but likely expect some big bursts out of Beggar. It's going to be disarm for disarm, at least denying defensive fury for Khal Drogo, but it's going to be BDB down. Lexup, Beggar does not have a trinket. I think it might be over for Beggar, unless he somehow escapes it. Does he have a mark for the kid shot for Khal Drogo? Just have a go? No, he had evasion, but he thought maybe like, you know what, I can slip a cup, maybe I can escape. I don't think he expected for the burst to get that high. Fake Tags are going to be up next. Over for the team 2 as we hit in the 8-minute mark. So far it's just been like what, 2 dudes playing on each team. It's been the Shadow Priest on team 1 and Beggar on team 2. Finally Khal Drogo, Tagsy are able to play against one another. Quick and cap, Tagsy does run the resolve trinket, so for Khal Drogo he's not going to be able to go for a leg sweep. Fear onto Khal Drogo's burst. The images are continuing to do some damage though. The Zoen is also doing quite a bit of damage. Tagsy is using those images to get a couple more agonies rolling so that Neg's drain life with the agony talent is able to stack up with even more damage quicker. Khal Drogo trying to re-engage back with Tagsy. Curse of Exhaustion is going to slow him down. Quick board, get on top of Tagsy, going to be that soul shape. Trying to see if he can create some space between the two. And Khal Drogo going for a VO5s. As Tagsy swings around, catches a quick drained life. Khal Drogo going for healing. So is Tagsy. Go both of them going for a bit of a reset. Khal Drogo does have every defensive available. Cooldowns are down for a while, so he's not really going to have himself a big go. Tagsy has everything, so just know how to make sure he gets the dots on Khal Drogo, gets him somewhere out-feared. Get full burst rolling, and might even be able to melt the boy through Karma. Khal Drogo does play Dampen Harm instead of Reverse Magic or Diffuse Magic. So it's going to allow Tagsy, I think, to potentially just put dots without worries that those dots are going to get reflected back on himself. So he can actually play really, really aggressive, trying to get some damage rolling on Khal Drogo. Does hit him with a slow, hoping for the monk to burn all the rolls, and trying to make sure there's some land aside. He has a good angle versus Khal Drogo to at least get some dots. If he's able to get Khal Drogo away from any kind of land aside, any kind of pillar, slow him out in the open, get some dots, make sure to get some distance between the two. He might be in a great spot. Lexup by Khal Drogo, trying to go for some damage. BDB procking, or maybe actual BDB getting used. Going to be Tagsy dropping down, potentially as a port. Khal Drogo is going to jump after him, trying to get some damage in through the dark pack. And Tagsy is trying to keep him out in the open. Fear onto Khal Drogo. Full dots are available. Khal Drogo no longer has a trinket. That's going to be full drain life. That's going to be lots of damage. And Khal Drogo is looking for the reset. VO5 is getting spammed up. He's just looking for that health recovery, trying to get himself nice and healthy before re-engaging back with Tagsy. And looks like Tagsy is burning all the cooldowns out of Khal Drogo. It's going to be Karma. That's going to be a Forward Brew. That's going to be Dampen Harm. Trying to reduce as much damage as humanly possible, but that's a lot of cooldowns getting used. Lots of high CD cooldowns getting used. I think Dampen Harm is a 2-minute. But Karma is a 1.5. Khal Drogo making the call to roll, but I think overrolled there, allowing Tagsy the opportunity to get the full UA into Khal Drogo. Taking a bit of damage, no flesh cut available at the moment. And Tagsy with a Mortar Coil. Yet another Fear. Able to Soul Rod, fully dot him up and everything. Could ward away. It's going to be dots extended. Lexi put a Tagsy, but Khal Drogo is just going to melt the dots. He had him exactly where he wanted him. I don't know if he had to go for the Dark Pack there. But Dark Pack being a 1-minute CD, you might as well use it. Going to be swapping out to the Incubus for the next setup, boys. It's either going to be Naze up next, who's going to be one of the rogues. It looks like it's going to be Koopa. Get himself a chance for a bit of a rematch versus Tagsy. Tagsy walking into this duel, down on one of the offensives and one of the defensives. Sap to Tagsy, it is going to force out Result Trinket. You better sap him again to proc the Result Trinket. No, this is not going to go for it. Instead, going to be the Incubus hitting Koopa with a CC. And Tagsy is going to get some dots to the Koopa. Is sacrificing some of his sacrifice pet talent damage, but he is gaining a lot of CC. Big port as he gets in with a kidney shot. Koopa potentially going to go for a Door of Shadows, trying to reconnect with Tagsy, able to maybe get some damage on procs versus Tagsy. Could potentially go for the full Ventia burst. Tagsy with the end on the board. Now the Warlock I don't think has any more mobility unless he goes for Soul Shape. Koopa could still make a play here. Fear is going to get hit with the UA. Full Flagellation burst. Cloak of Shadows, full burst. Tagsy can't really do much except Soul Shape out of it, but Koopa can keep on him. Get the shot. I think it might be over. Tagsy, wall, dark back, everything going to use. Koopa trying to see if he can burn through him. It's going to be quick Fear. Vanished by the rogue. As he's trying to see if he can keep himself elusive from the CC. Going to be Soul Rod, dots and everything. Tagsy could potentially go for a big drain, big damage, massive pistol shot. Oh, Koopa charging on him and just slamming the guy down. This how the rogue ain't going down that easily. Aegis Trinket to try to see if it can live through the dots that have been established on him. And the Aegis is doing a good job of absorbing a lot of the damage slowly but surely. Koopa is taking some of the damage to his health bar. And Unlucky then is giving Koopa an opportunity to get himself a proper reset. He didn't really walk up to him, do anything about or anything, but he did kind of hang on himself, wear him back and forth, waiting for Koopa to catch a proper reset. So Unlucky then is at least giving him somewhat of an honor duel. Sap and Kaida is like, wait, where are you going? I think he's just spamming the Sap macro. That's what he's doing. If Koopa is careful, he would have seen that Sap. would have known that that's where Unlucky then was. He's right behind him. He's right on top of him. Is going to AO him out. Get a shot for a gouge. It's going to be tricking for Unlucky. Trying to see if he can take down Koopa. Not even going to give him a chance. Trinket it just so he can take him out. That was really ballsy. Unlucky then. I mean, it's going to be unlucky if this man dies without a trinket now. Won't it? It looks like it is going to be Naze up next, trying to see if he might be able to go for that affliction. Try to see if he can channel his inner Tagsy. See if that might be able to help him out a ton. Going to be unlucky, trying to see if he can dive under the bridge. This is going for a bit of a reset his own. And Naze is going to have to wait for the rogue. Could pick up the eyes. One of the eyes is up. The second eye is also up. And unlucky without a trinket. How's that going to work for him? Swapping out to wound poison, I guess, instead of instant poison. The dampening gets at 54%. I guess he's trying to play against Affliction Warlock, so he's deciding, you know what? I don't want this guy healing a ton. Dark back. It is going to be heavily reduced. 55% dampener. Wall. Naze using everything just to survive this burst. And it's going to be unlucky getting hit with all the CC in the world. Has a cloak if he wants to. Naze popping off every cooldown possible. This one unlucky. Either needs to commit and just take out Naze before the cloak. Does burn the cloak. And it's going to be burst towards Naze. And Unlucky is going to get cheap shotted by Kaidid. Not going to give him an opportunity to get out of there at all. With the grenade trinket on top of it, there's no way. At least he was able to go in aggressive and get a kill on the Warlock. And now Kaidid gets a chance to play the game. I think at least there's that. At least there's that. So he gets to go for a bit of a go. Kioska going to be potentially next. Or maybe Lucifer. Lucifer has yet to play. It looks like Kioska was ready to go. It looks like it is going to be Kioska. He's going to have to go versus Kaidid. Kaidid is walking into the duel, only burning a Shadow Dance and the Resonator Grenade Trinket. But otherwise, he's got everything he needs. Kioska looks like he's going to be picking up the eye and then sending out Raban to the side a little bit. Speeding Raban potentially is going to send it towards the Rogue. Is going to be able to see where the pet goes and will find the Rogue that way. The Rogue is going to be denied that opener. But with most rogues actually swapping out of that 100% crit Lego, I wonder if that's any of his bursts is going to be gone. Some of the rogues are playing the Finality Legendary for damage, but also some are starting to play the Sifu's Legendary for CC reduction, especially as Oryx. They barely see stuns anymore. Going to be Kioska with Manic Benders looking for that quick recovery. With a stun into Kaidid, could potentially be a trinket. Kaidid does go for a trinket. Evasion versus Kioska. It's going to try to see if he might be able to dodge as much damage out of Kioska as possible. Kioska looking to create some space. Going to be a Hunter's Mark onto Kaidid. No longer has a Cloak of Shadows. I'm not really sure what he cloaked, but the Hunter's Mark is going to keep him out in the open. Will not be able to get an element of surprise onto Kioska at all. The pet should be able to stop him anytime with a kill command. Fed is gonna go and hang out with Kioska actually going down the ramp. Potentially could be a defensive. Kioska does go for a human racial out of that stun with a freezing trap on the Kaidid as he goes in for a quick camo, keeping the Hunter's Mark rolling on Kaidid. As Kioska is looking for a bit of a reset. Going to be the AoE, does get him out in the open. There's going to be a Shadow Strike out of that vanish to reconnect with Kioska. Quick blind onto the Hunter. Does not have a human racial anymore. Potentially, if Kaidid has himself a good setup, he could potentially be lots of bursts. It's going to be full Q and go. Potentially a big setup. Kioska super low. Turtle shot last second. Freezing trap on the Kaidid. He does end up not able to commit the rest of it, burst the rest of it damage to Kioska, but potentially still has the calm points. Get a shot, or I mean, threats down to Kaidid. I think it's going to be over. As Kioska does, I'm taking them out with Resolve Trinket and Shock him. Just literally standing in front of him, not looking at explosions. Unlucky them with 2 kills. Tagsy has himself a hell of a duel, but then apparently Koopa does end up overpowering the dots on Affliction Warlock. He did go into Tagsy down on CDs though, so maybe that's what really helped him. Let's get another duel going, boys, yeah? Let's get another duel going, boys. That was a long one, actually, 17 minutes. You ever consider rapping? Hell no. Hell no. I can't rap, bro. I know WoW ability names. And whenever I see duels, my brain gets a bloodlust buff. I get a haze buff whenever I see like active, fun duels. But I never really considered rapping, no. I don't have that, I wouldn't be able to really... I'm really bad at announcing my words. I wasn't born in this country. I do the very best I can to speak English every goddamn day. But yeah, that verse though, it is pretty good. Спокойной ночью, дальше стрима Архи. Здорово, здорово, друг. Надеюсь, тебя один раз увидим на стриме опять. Большое спасибо, друг, что пришел. Спокойной ночи тебе тоже. Archie popped in saying, yo, good night, fam. Hope you have a good one. Hope you have a good stream. And we will have a good stream, boys, won't we? The Runes of Lordaeron, Tagsy, as well as the main group are back in here, boys. If you guys want to swap out, boys, if you want to try different groups or whatever, y'all are more than welcome to them. We do is Пана увидите. Окей. Здорово, удачного стрима. Здорово, Crimson. Здорово, как дела, друг? Как дела? Yo, we need Kragar. We got Russians here, Crimson. He said, hey, hope you have a good stream. I said, hey, thank you. It was a really good looking mog. I do like it though. I do like it. Let me peep it. Get a close look. Look at that. He looks like a madman, dude. He looks like a Bane looking kind of mofo, right? He got the tabard. You got the green on top of green on top of green on top of green on top of green. I love it. I really wish the helms, they didn't make it in brown. I wish they made them more like a black tan, like a darker than like the brown, like leather color for the helm. I wish it was more like his shoulders or like his gloves, or maybe like gray like his tabard. I wish it was like, because I feel like that brown kind of doesn't work. The mask with green is amazing. The rest of it is, I don't know. It's a give or take. It's a hit or miss kind of deal, in my opinion. But I wish they did like, dude, if only you could recolor gear, dye items, then you could really get the mods and make sure everything matched. So Twitch, what's up, Cora? Gonna be a few hours. I want to go far and all. Okay. I might be able to tonight. I'll see how we do. In cap onto unlucky, as we got Khal going in for big bursts. It's going to be tricking for unlucky. With a tricking for Khal going to be able to rest and tricking. Is Khal going to go down to tricking? Karma is going to reverse a lot of the damage back to unlucky, but the cloak of shadows evasion. I keep it healthy. Khal taking lots of back-to-back eviscerates. It's going to be massive heal as unlucky goes in for a blind. The Zuwen is still on him. Going to be a shadow mode really quickly just so he can dive into south. As Khal did burn a lot of defenses. There's going to be 4 boots together with a dampen harm. So that's a lot of defenses gone. Unlucky making sure to open up Zuwen to get some comp points built up. Can you show him to Khal potentially massive go, massive burst. It's going to be a go again with a cheap shot. Khal does escape for a second. Shadow step for the rogue Fist of Fury, parrying him out. Oh, and unlucky. Actually able to go past those Fist of Fury parries with a Shadow Strike tackle going behind your back. With Kaited going for that cheap shot. Double go. No tricking for the rogue. Taking him out of the game immediately. Man, we're starting this duel off very, very fast. It's going to be what? Tags and Kiosk next? Kiosk just running out there with a flare versus Kaited. These two just played, but this is going to be more of an even duel this time. Kaited going into this duel with only Shadow Dance down, no dampening at all. So all the healing benefits of a Kyrian might actually end up coming to play here. Going to be a stun to Kiosko. I got himself a pet sack immediately. As Kaited not going to go for the Kyrian burst yet. I think he's already used it before from the other rogues. I guess this is another cooldown down. Smoke bomb as the Kioska trying to see if he can back out. Cannot really use pet kill commands while Kaited is in the smoke bomb unless he has a line inside of him. Or putting to the top of him in place. He's going to be pinning him down to the ground for a second. Going to be a blind right sand in the eye of Kioska. As the pet is going to take a bit of the damage comp point. I get it built up. Get a shot to Kiosk. Should go for the Kyrian. Human racial out of it. Going to be Kyrian burst out of Kaited. As he goes in for a trick. Another cheap shot to Kiosk. Continue to put the pressure on. It's going to be a turtle. Literally knew that he was going to go for a turtle. As Kaited literally broke away with a cheap shot. Went by cheap shot, eviscerate, and is already going behind the pillar. Almost like he knows that Kiosk is going to go for a turtle shell. He's already thinking about reset. As Kiosk is already thinking about pressing a defensive. Kaited hugging right next to the eyes. Just hugging closely. Hanging around. If only Kioska just randomly flared there, but Kioska has no idea that Kaited would go next to one of the eyes. He doesn't have a clue in his mind. Wouldn't think about it at the moment. But if only he did. If only he knew. Looks like Kioska is maybe committing to picking up the other eye. Kaited taking a more of a defensive middle ground position with the pillars in between. Could see eyes from either way with Kioska on one side or the other. Maybe could get a pet sap. No, you kind of need to have a line inside of the pet in order to get a sap before it attacks you. But otherwise the pets, I feel like, always get the opener on you. With Kioska denying that opener damage for Kaited, is going to be a stun with some grenades and a chakra. Going to be a bunch of explosions all at once. Kaited is going to take a bit of that damage. Physical damage as well as explosive damage. Going to be a kid shot on Kioska. Kyrian burst. Potentially could be really bad for Kioska. Does he have any more defenses? Freezing chapter, disruptive burst in between. And Kaited leaves. What? No. Kaited just left. He saw the freezing trap in between. Or maybe he messed something up. Or maybe he made a mistake somewhere. Either he made a mistake in his cooldowns and he was like, I lose. And he's outski. That or he saw the freezing trap and left. Either way, Kioska apparently somehow getting Koopa back in combat. Koopa trying to go for some pistol shots, building up calm points versus Kioska. Is going to be the last rogue left over on the team. Want to try to hold the fort here. Get a shot to Kioska, trying to go for a bit of a blade flurry in order to cleave the pet quite a bit. Kioska taking a bit of damage right now. The evasion up for Koopa. All those grenades are getting dodged. Kioska under a ton of pressure. No more turtle. I think it might be over for him. And it looks like Koopa does end up taking him out. With Beggar charging out, trying to see if he might be able to clamp him down. Garrod Koopa, quick gouge to Beggar, should be expecting big Vendetta burst out of Beggar any moment. He's got himself Aegis ahead of time. He knows there's going to be a lot of poison damage. Quick disarm, try to deny Beggar any go. It's going to be disarm to Koopa, but he's still got his trusted pistol in his back pocket, in his jacket pocket, able to bust it out and just get some pistol shots onto Beggar. Another gouge, maybe another kidney shot. Beggar trying to go for potentially go. Cloak shot is for Koopa. He knows the Sepsis is going to be there. Does he burn the Sepsis into Cloak? I don't think he does. Kidney shot? No, Vendetta. Now Vendetta. Now we have Sepsis. Koopa is going to have to pop every defense in the world. The dots are already on him. Got himself a sip pickup. Just trying to do whatever he can to survive it. Blind to Beggar. Doesn't go for a trinket. It looks like Koopa is going to be able to regenerate through the dots. Looks like he waited for the dots to tick out, since Vendetta is going to expunge those dots quickly. Trinket out of Beggar, and that's going to be immediate kidney shot by Koopa. Just punching Beggar right in the gut, stunning him in place. And trying to see if he can slice and dash through him. Beggar with a quick evasion. Koopa got himself a faint rolling as he got himself that Venthier burst. Heating him up, getting him riled up, getting him going. That hysteria, that euphoria. Quick gouge to Beggar. As the evasion falls off, potentially could be a kidney shot, and Koopa does land yet another kidney shot. It is DR'd, however. Beggar with a quick disarm. Koopa could go for a disarm of his own. Could also do it. And got himself that trusted pistol shot. Just looking to see if he can approach him. Get a couple pistols in there. Blind to Koopa. Does not have a trinket for it. Beggar looking for the reset. No Vendetta for a while, so for Koopa, it's not going to be the worst situation at all. It's going to be a bit of a tight one. But not really. Because Beggar, as long as he doesn't have Vendetta, it's not going to be the worst. But the dots, oh, Garrote opener instead of a kidney shot opener. That's going to, honestly, full burst out of Koopa with flagellation. Beggar, I think it's over. There's no way he escapes it. Going for that Garrote opener versus Koopa, I think makes sense. But if you are going to use that trick, you want to make sure to face itself like 75 degrees to the right or to the left to make sure you don't get the auto attack break in the sap. Because you could apply Garrote on the enemy while sapped without breaking the CC just yet. Lucifer getting interrupted as Koopa committing a lot of damage versus him. There's going to be a resolve shrink. It looks like Lucifer is going to send a Mortal Coil to Koopa, trying to go for a full Tyrant summon. Koopa could go for the full Vanish, is going to go for the Vanish as the pets are on him. The Tyrant knows exactly where he's at. The Tyrant is literally running on him. If Lucifer is aware and watching out for the Tyrant actually still trying to cast? What? Yo, this Tyrant is actually a god. That Tyrant knew exactly where Koopa was. Normally, the Tyrant is one of the normally Warlock pets in general, like Unholy DK pets, their pets are not the smartest. They don't have a lot of brain. For Unholy pets, though, they're undead, so like the brain is rotted. But for demons, you would imagine to be smarter, especially the Tyrant, the demon commander. You expect you to be the smartest, and normally that Tyrant does the dumbest plays in the world. Maybe that's what Burning Legion lost twice. There've been 2 expansions where Burning Legion's lost. BC and Legion. The Burning Legion. Ooh, spooky. Lucifer getting blasted out. Koopa getting hit with a fear drain life. For Lucifer trying to go for a big soul rod and potentially more drains. It's going to be Koopa trying to see if he can interrupt it. Dark Pack for a second, but Lucifer I think it's going to be over. Has the Seed Pod stunned to Lucifer. Koopa hopefully realizes the Seed Pod is still in play. Realize it. If only Lucifer didn't stop him. If Lucifer didn't stop Koopa, I think Koopa would have forgot that the Seed Pod is there, because it looked like he was trying to bail out. But I think Lucifer was trying to set up a stun as Koopa goes in to try to stop the Seed Pod res. But he may be done it early. If he just let Koopa run away, he might have been able to escape, because Koopa thought, oh, he's done, he's dead. I'm going to go for the reset. But when you stun him in place, now he can like observe the situation, figure out what's going on, and he's like, okay, well now I know to kill the Seed Pod. Tags is going to be up next. Picking up the eye, looks like the eye with the succubus or incubus is going to get Koopa out in the open. Mortal Coil again and sent in a Koopa with a fear to follow. And Tags is just going to get all these outs rolling, full soul rod and everything. Koopa does not have advantage for a while. It's going to be able to leap over towards the incubus. It's going to be a grapple over, or rather, grapple over to incubus, charge over to, or death, yeah, blade charge, blade rush over to Tagsy. Quick kidney shot for a second. Koopa at least maybe can go for a vanish. Might even go for a vanish just to get these pets off of him for a second. There's going to be a stun around the corner. Incubus is still going to harass him. Koopa barely any cooldowns left. Cloaker Shot is coming up in just 5 seconds. I don't know if he's going to be able to do much here. A drone rush rolling for a second. Cloaker Shadows needs to be used as soon as possible. Might just use Cloak while he's still in stealth. Looking for the reset. I don't know if he'll be able to do much. Cloaker Shadows is Tagsy trying to get some dots, but now that you got the Cloak out of the rogue, it might be a lot easier for Tagsy to really do something here. Maybe Koopa should use Cloak while he was in Vanish, while he was in stealth, and got himself a full-blown reset. Mortal Coil sent in. Unless Koopa got a trinket, Tagsy has him in full control. Mortal Coil Fear gets some dots while he's running in the other direction. Get those dots ramped up, and Koopa is again under pressure, just hurting. hurting under so much pressure. Aegis Trigger does come back up though, so a lot of that dot damage is going to be offset into the shield. Like a 50% of the dot damage is going to be offset into Aegis shield. Stun onto Taxi is going to go for full flagellation burst. Koopa is going to use Dreadblades, which is going to drain a portion of his own health, but he's just trying to make something happen. Incubus does go down. Koopa with a feint. Did Taxi sacrifice the Incubus as it's about to die, or is it just Incubus dead? Vanish available for Koopa in case he wants to. Blind on Taxi. It looks like Koopa is going to go for a full reset. Can you wait for those dots to fall off and maybe go for regenerating again? Possibly? Potentially. Full new succubus getting summoned up by Taxi. Koopa waiting out for all those dots to fall off from full dots still rolling. And regenerate does come back up though. As we hit on that 10-minute mark, boys, 30% dampener. And Taxi trying to keep the pressure rolling versus Koopa, but Koopa, nice, fresh, recovered, Trinket coming back up very soon, Vanish available, will not have his burst cooldowns this time though, but he should still be able to get quite a bit of damage versus Taxi either way. Dark Packet was used by Taxi really early on. Mortar Call into Koopa right now as Taxi goes in for a full dot. It's going to be advantage as Koopa escaped the UA. I don't know if he was able to escape the UA, but is able to get an ambush opener onto Taxi. Does he have any ways to reconnect with Taxi? Does have a Blade Rush, but looks like Koopa is going to go for a bit of a reset behind the pillar. Drain the life for Taxi just to catch up on all that healing. Does have full burst cooldowns with Koopa in case he wants to use it. Koopa has a Trinket back up, has control over Taxi right now. Could be a Incubus to see real quick. Looks like it's not going to happen. Is going to go for a quick interrupt on the Incubus. Cloak Shot is back up for Koopa as he gets those interrupts with the pet and Taxi. He's able to get cooldown reduction on the cloak from time to time. Quick gouge on Taxi. Let's Koopa looking for that. Maybe potentially Door of Shadows is going to be the Incubus CC. Trinkets out of it, has advantage back up in case he wants to use it. There's going to be potentially Vanish here. Getting a shot onto Taxi, getting him with a Mortar Coil. It looks like it's going to be a Vanish. Maybe can use that Vanish to reset, as it's going to be cooldowns out of Taxi. Get himself full haze buff. He needs to extend those dots together with a Dark Glare at some point. Looks like Koopa is going to go for a reset. No more pet. Maybe Taxi sacrifices the pet. That or the pet is dead somewhere out in the open. Is that it over there? Get a shot on Taxi. It's going to be very hard. As Koopa tried to go for the full burst of his damage as a Venthia Rogue. Drain life out for Taxi, but it didn't get him the most amount of healing. Koopa, no health at all. I think it might be over. Aegis Trinket, wait a second. Wait, maybe Aegis Trinket gives him a little bit of a play. Hold on. Aegis Trinket might give him survivability. Not using it aggressively. I would imagine as a rogue, I would have just used Aegis and committed the damage because he had Dreadblades and Venthia rolling. But looking for the reset might be the play. Drain life, drain soul, Aegis burn through, blind. Dots is still on Koopa, but not the hardest dots. Not UA or anything crazy. Maybe a corruption, maybe an agony. One of those dots. Does he ever regenerate? Looks like there's no more pets for Taxi. Had to quick summon one. Does not have the eyes, so could pick up the eyes anyway. Gonna be Koopa with a set. Does he have regenerating? If he has regenerating back up, he could definitely get a heal. Big Taxi picking up the eye. Koopa trying to stay inside the best possible. Will not expect the Incubus. Mortal Coil is definitely going to hit Koopa as the first thing. Gouge on Taxi before anything happens. Koopa building up some comb points. Does get CC onto Taxi. I think went for an interrupt just to proc his resolve Trinket just to land a full stun. Taxi did choose a Mortal Coil Fear onto Koopa. Get some dots into it. Good to go. Health funnel onto that pet. Actually forces Taxi with the Dark Pack to lose some of that defensiveness. Koopa does have a Cloak of Shadows coming up very soon. Stun onto Koopa for a second as he goes in for a Vanish. Gonna give him a couple more extra seconds until Cloak of Shadows is back up. Taxi's gonna ramp up all his dots. Cloak of Shadows for Koopa. Get himself full burst with Taxi. Does he have himself a full go? Stun on Taxi. Human Racial's out of it. Potentially still could be a big go for Koopa. Trying to go through his finishes as best as possible. Does not have an interrupt for a second. Trinket back up. Using Trinket. Gouge on Taxi. Does he get himself no health at all? I think it's over. I think it's done. Taxi got himself the biggest dots with the Ancient Hysteria. Regenerate for a second. Oh, what? Super somehow got himself a heal. Where'd you get the heal from? And it's going to be over. My goodness, this man survived for as long as he did. I got to give him credit. This is one of the hardest classes for an Outlaw Rogue to beat one-on-one. In general, for a lot of classes. It's a really tough one, especially when you fall behind like that. Because there's moments where he had full cooldowns ready to go. Full burst available. He just can't go in for it. He has to activate Dreadblades for the full burst setup, but he can't use Dreadblades because Dreadblades is actually going to siphon a portion of his own health. Every finisher is going to take off like 6% of his own health, which normally is not a big problem, but when you're this low in health, you can't sacrifice that much health. Unless you got a Cloak of Shadows or Aegis. I don't even know if is Dreadblades even like... I don't even know if Dreadblades is shadow damage. Naze getting doted up. What is going on? Naze is already under a ton of pressure. Taxi just got some dots on the Dark Glare on the guy. That's what he did. Just some dots on the Dark Glare. And Naze is basically melting. What's going on? Big Taxi with the Dark Pack. Next no health whatsoever. At least if anything can maybe soften Taxi for the next guy. And Taxi quick drain. I think it's sacrifice the pet. And that's going to be the blank last one left. At least Taxi is softened up as much as it can. Be full stun. Blank going for full PI. Potentially big Kyrian burst is going to go for that ascended. Big burst with Taxi. Trying to max out the damage with those big ascended blast. Taxi trying to avoid as best as possible. He is slowed quite a bit though. One more blast. I think it's over. Yeah. The blank was able to finish it off. My goodness. My goodness, boys. Taxi with him too. Cooper did so well though. My goodness, look at the healing of this guy. Look at that healing, dude. The Owl of the Rogue healing. What a Chad. And his Xanda, which looked absolutely fantastic. Alrighty, boys. That was a good one. I enjoyed that a lot. That was a clutch for a while. I know Rogue duels generally like get really boring, but I love Outlaw because of how aggressive it wants to be. It wants to stay in combat. It wants to stay in game. It wants to keep the CC rolling. It wants to continue always attacking something at all times, and it's just so fun. I think it just adds that fun element. I'm so glad they're good. Yo, Koopa, if you ever tried Kyrian Outlaw, apparently that's the player right now. It is exceptionally good. It is really strong and sustained. You might enjoy it. Big cooldown reduction. You might give it a go at some point. Alright, boys, let's get another one going. May, Taxi, if you guys want to swap out some boys, you're more than welcome to. Or if you want to take the same crew, y'all more than welcome to bring them in again. Hell yeah, boys. There we go. What happens when Evoker enters Torghast? I don't know actually, Misty. I think they'll just be able to play like a normal Torghast mode, but nothing special about them. Actually, I don't think they can do Torghast, Misty. How you doing, by the way? Xandar Rachel works like first aid. Yeah, if you have any dots, it will break. Yeah, so Xandar, you gotta make sure you're clean. You're not getting attacked by anything or dotted by anything. If anything takes on your damage, you can take any damage while you're Xandaring. Even if, the only way you can do that if you got a full immunity to like Bubble, Xandar. That's a pretty good combo. A lot of paladins have been using that because it's a lot of recovery, percentage health, and everything. That's the only time when it really works. Scoop's healing mostly Leech or Vile. I think it was mostly File, but also he gets more stamina as he stays in combat, so then that File heals for more. That is something to consider. It's a PvP talent for Outlaw Rogues called... I forget what it's called. Actually, I forget what's it called. But it does give him a lot of survivability. But Slice and Dice healing too, yeah. Slice and Dice does give a percentage healing, but he also gains that... Battlefield Brawler, I think, is a PvP talent. The longer stay in combat, the more stamina you get, and the higher chance you get for Cinder Strike to get you a second Cinder Strike, which gives you Pistol Shot proc. So, you can get up to 20% more stamina in PvP. So then Slice and Dice does percentage healing, but you have more health, so it does more healing overall. Kind of with Slice and Dice? Okay, so yeah, Enduring Brawler, that's what it is. I thought it was Battlefield Brawler. Enduring Brawler. You guys are right. Yeah, thanks for correcting me there. Recuperate, basically, yeah, it's literally Recuperate. It's so fun. Heal about 720k DPS and 3s. Yeah, it's crazy good. It is lots of burst. Wait a moment, Dal. Would that not be time walking? Drakthir do not exist on unknown events in Shadowlands. Drakthir do not. Would that not be time walking? Would it be time? Torghast, I guess. I guess it would be time walking in a way, but they don't have any powers. I guess why I was said maybe Drakthir would not be able to do Torghast because they don't have any powers planned for them. So actually, I don't know. Size that's 25% heals nice. It is so good. It is so good. It's not a lot of healing, but it is good healing over time, and you should be able to maintain Size and Ice at all times. You shouldn't set it up during your burst, but you should set it up outside of burst. Yeah, that's a really good one. Sippy Cup also does percentage. Like a lot of your healing is percentage healing, but you also get extra stamina. One more Nelly, boys. We just did one more over on Team Taxi. If you guys want to find Taxi's team, hit them up on LFG. Hit number 5 and you're good to go. Boys, how's the Horde group doing? Do we still got 5? May still ready? It did 42% of my healing. That is a lot. That's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. But also you did a lot of resets, so it would be like a lot of that passive healing. Now that I moved into the new house, the grind gonna be real. Damn. Yo, now that you got the move down, Cora, yeah, now the grind for the place. Wait, like decorating the place, or like, or just like grinding in game, like you got some free time. Which one is it? Grinding for the new place, or grinding in the game? Because now you're done. Now you're ready. Now you're chilling and you can play. I set up a group. Sounds good out loud. Sounds good, my man. Hell yeah, boys. Horde group is back up for the night. We got ourselves Azrael, Got 3 already. Let's go, boys. Get him in here, man. Get him, boys. Get him in here. Get them all in here. When it's out of work on 25 Alliance camp in the Glads. What, really? Kyle, what? Wait, on which server? I guess on war mode it doesn't really matter. Unless it's not in war mode. Because on war mode you don't really have like a server mode. It's almost like you can throw in the bucket. Looking for 2 more Horde, boys? Let's go. We need 1 on Alliance, 2 on Horde. You guys are more than welcome. Anybody and everybody's welcome to join the 5V5 1v1 Duels, man. Gamer time. How's pretty much GG? Let's go. That's awesome. That's awesome, my dude. Yeah, we can get some LFRs done. So after this, I'm probably gonna chill, get some pizza. So maybe like after the stream is over, around 7ish or so. Keep it like an hour 30, maybe even 2, and I'll be back on, and we could do some LFRs to get it out of the way. Because I can maybe bring like my, I don't know what I'll bring, like Druid to see if I can maybe get some of the easy LFRs done. Or if you want to get some Mythic Zeros done, I got some characters that can do Mythic Zeros if you're trying to get that heroic key. So we do a quick Mythic Zero, spam them out of the way, and get like that a weekly box for heroic. US servers? Damn. 25 Alliance. Hopefully we'll see more Alliance and Horde all over the place once the cross-faction thing is there. That's awesome. Didn't go to bed until 3 AM last night? Yo, that's basically my evening every day. I don't sleep, ever. Looking for 2 more, but hey, at least we're doing like a lot of like manual labor, a lot of the housework. So it's a little bit different than sitting here grinding out a video. Hey Dalaran, chat. What's the most toxic server on NA? Like the guilds actually compete against each other and talk shit. Most toxic server on NA? I think Taxi 4 out of 5. You're doing 1 more in Team Alliance, boys. If y'all want to join Team Taxi, y'all more than welcome to, by the way. Sleep us for the week, honestly. We can sleep when we are dead. Or forsaken, for that matter. Most server. So the only toxic server that I know on NA that has had a bad rep before was Ragnaros. Now Ragnaros isn't actually like US, but it is an A realm. But Ragnaros has some of the coolest dudes there, some of the awesome players. Nowadays it's not that toxic. And nowadays it just used to be like a stereotype of Ragnaros players that were toxic and then would look rude. But I think nowadays that's not really the case anymore. But that's the only server I can think of, because we got so many Ragnaros boys joining the duels and Azulon boys, and we got some of the best players playing on those servers too. Like they're insane. Like some of the best players play on those servers, man. They pop off. They're incredible, and they're really nice. Really nice people. I think every server at this point now has some bad servers, but they all speak BR. I mean, that's not bad. It's not the problem of the language. Like the language barrier. It's just more like stereotype. I don't know. What's a bad like NA realm? Because I'm thinking NA like French Canadian, which is Uljin, or like I think Malganis is also French Canadian. Then you got like Tyke, which is US, Illidan, which is like Central US with a pretty big Chinese population too. But nobody's really toxic on Illidan that I met. I think we'll be able to form. I think you can Taxi. Use 2 dead. 9.2 killed the game. What? Really? I think you guys still can. Taxi, I still give it another go. We need 1 more Alliance, boy. Over the PvP for 9.2, boy. What do you mean 9.2 killed the game, actually? Actually, I wonder what you mean by that. Stereotypes are crap players are garbage too, and they have some best players on server. Yeah, like that's an old stereotype, but that's like the only thing I can really point to. I don't know if chat can point out to me like an actual like player, a server, but there's a lot of toxic players that you maybe have met. Ragnaros used to have their reputation. Nowadays it doesn't really fit anymore. I played with a lot of Rag teams and Rag players, and they're just fine. Lots of them are actually not toxic. You'll get an oddball toxic player there, but it's not any worse than any server. Like at this point, like Rag toxicity is happens as often as any other server toxicity. So, which isn't that often nowadays. Play Nil for a bit, hard to get Chinese blocker ahead. Yeah, I think if you play Illidan and you definitely need that add-on just for the spam bots, because otherwise if you don't get it, then you get a lot of bots spamming at you, a lot of them, and you'll be surprised. I remember like seeing like what in a single dungeon you would get like 20 whispers from 20 different bot accounts, and it's like, geez. All right, I don't know what they're saying, but like I just don't want to have this many whispers on my thing because I think it's something important, and then just gonna Better good experience with dark players across a lot of servers than Azrael. Yeah, like at this point, I don't think any of them are worse. 5, let's go. Ready to go? Yo, how we doing on Horde, boys? We need 2 more on Team Horde. Just 2 more boys. Join in. My boy, Koopa. I like that name, by the way. I like it a lot. But boys, 2 more for the Team Horde for Koopa, and we're good to go for the night. Get in here, boys. Get in here. Just 2 more and we're good to go, boys. Join my boy Koopa. Help a brother out, yeah? Help a guy out. Help my boy out. Get some games in here. I want to see if I can maybe do... I'm going to do this. I could do this. Maybe? No, I'm thinking do this. Hold on, I've been working on a thumbnail for a while before I started the stream, and I kind of started the stream and we could have been doing this. I spaced out on it completely. My context is swimming, so I can't really see the thumbnail super well. I can see it in parts, like my left eye is basically completely blurry, right eye kind of sort of blurry. I really just need to put a new context in, bro. My goodness. So hard to see. I like the way that looks. Or do I want to switch it? I think I want to maybe try a different color schema. How we doing in the group, by the way? 2 more boys on the Horde. We're good to go. See if I do... Ooh, I like the way that looks. I'll do this. Yeah. Cool. What's up, King? I know my man. Hope you're having a good one, my guy. By the way, boys, so sorry if my voice sounds a little hoarse today. I don't know why. It wasn't like this earlier. It only started like this when I started really yelling to the mic, and I realized, oh, it's pretty bad. I didn't realize it was going to be that bad. But I had some stuck in the back of my throat yesterday. Or not even like something physically. It's almost like a cough built up in the back. And it was just like causing me to like sneeze. And like, I guess get that like tickling feeling in the back of my throat. And I tried to get it out of my system. I was able to, I feel like. But I think I messed up my voice pretty hard trying to go for it. Because it's a constant tickle. I'm like... It got annoying, and I think I just started like having a big old cough and felt like forcing it out. That wasn't a good idea for me. Do I still do a lot of singing? Perhaps not me. No, nowadays not. I don't think I've ever really been so much of a singer. How are we doing? 4 out of 5. It's all good, Taxi. We just need a +1. I think it's gonna happen. I would wait. I'd give it a second, my guy. It's all good. I'd give it a second. We just need a +1 on the lines. That'll be easy. We just need 2 more in the Horde. It would be good to go, my dude. It's no biggie. I'd stick around for a while, man. Look at 30 more minutes. I'm fine waiting. I enjoyed having you on here, my guy. I want to see more of that afterward. Like, dude, we got to get a Jagsy 1v5, man. You know what I mean? We got to get a quick, good old Tagsy 1v5 big blaster duel. You know? Glasses contacts anyway. I don't even have glasses anymore. I don't have glasses anymore. I used to. But yeah, this is why glasses are better, because you don't have to mess with them out ever. But I remember I was moving. I think it was from this house or the other house. And it got to the point where it's like, okay, well, I gotta find my glasses. And it's like, wait, where are my glasses? And then I just lost them. And I was like, you know what? Contacts are fine. I think I'll be okay. There's definitely no reason I would ever need glasses ever, right? Yeah, I'm definitely okay. I'll definitely be fine. Definitely zero issue there. And here we are. I'm like, oh man, my contact's swimming. If only I had an easy way of fixing it. If only there was something I could put on my face that would just give me good vision and let me fix the problem. It would just need 2 more on the Horde, boys. It would be good to go with Cooper looking for a couple more. The only time I don't like my glasses, I'm tired, laying down, but trying to watch TV, but then I'm scratching my face. Yeah. I remember last time I really had glasses or wore glasses was, I guess at home, but one time I really wore glasses a long time is when I went to Boy Scout camp. It was like a big jamboree thing for a week. And then there we chose different activities, and I decided to do like a communications class, a communication badge. It's like you would do an activity and you earn a badge. I decided to do archery, dude. I decided, you know what, I think I could be a hunter IRL. And then I decided to do guns, shooting rifle. Could have done shotgun shooting, but I was like, you know what, rifle. I kind of like accuracy, but I'm sure we would have had the same with the shotgun. I was like, you know what, I don't want to blow out my ears. Let's do a rifle. Because shotguns are loud, dude. And the dudes walking out, they would have like all the, the muffs in their ears, right? And then still be able to not hear anything after going shotgun shooting. But they enjoyed it. It was a blast. I probably should have done that. But I did rifles, communication, archery, and some of all the garbage. I don't remember. Archery was my favorite, dude. Walking up in the morning, you wake up and you're walking out and you're shooting some archery, dude. It's so nice. You got a nice open field, breeze, not too hot, not too cold. It is perfect. The only thing I had a problem with is whenever you load up the bow, it's a compound bow, right? So basically it has like a little like brush thing where you hook it up and it aims for you. But every time I would let go of the bowstring, it would slap my wrist here. So I would walk out with like lines around my wrist. And I was just like, it was so much easier to explain, oh, I'm emo. Back in those days, dude. It was like, what, 2000? So I was like, yeah, I'm emo. It was like easier to explain to like, you know what, I'll load up a bowstring and I can slap on my wrist with a bowstring. Because when I said that, I'd be like, why are you slapping some bowstring? It's like, well, not literally slap. It was like easier to just say I'm emo. That's what I do. So they take glasses out, like figure it. Yeah, we do. Glasses are better for helping sleeping too. Contacts need to be put before sleeping out. Yeah, unless you get the ones that are breathing. You'd be surprised what they do with contacts. It makes some that like you could breathe, so you can just wear them at night. Especially like if you get like surfer contacts, they're like a little wider, so it's harder for them to fall out. They're completely breathable. You can just wear them all day. Surfer contacts, like some people have even done that before. They would just buy surfer contacts. They'll take up more portion of your eye, so it'd be something to get used to. But like once you're used to it, you can just wear them all the time. You don't ever have to take them out. They made it on purpose just so, because I guess the idea is like if you're in the water and you're gonna be out surfing, like if you have big enough contacts, they cover way too much of your eye and it could like suffocate your eyes. So they made them breathable. So they're completely breathable. You can literally sleep on them if you wanted to. Hunter IRL, bro, yeah. Slapping my wrist with a bowstring over and over. They would wear these guards. You could put on these guards that were like plastic with like a thing. You could go along your arm. I basically had to wear those. But dude, I was top. I guess it wasn't a class, but if it was a class, I was top of my class in that one, dude. With a bow. I even got a nice golden arrow out of it, dude. They were doing rewards. I didn't realize I was that good with a bow and arrow, but apparently I was top in points that I earned with a golden thing. The dude that was the leader of the Royal KJX or whatever name, the guy kept leaving because he rage quit. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, I guess KJX was not even that great of a day. Kaided or KJX? Was Kaided and KJX same person? Was that just second rogue or something? That's unfortunate, Israel. I am so sorry about that, my dude. I have no idea. Might have won away from the. Oh, okay. I probably should have. Yeah, it's all good. It's at this point it doesn't even matter. Everybody had a bad day, man. Everybody can have a bad day. Hunter IRL MM, bro. I was top of my class. I got a golden arrow, and then this dude in my troop snapped it in half in front of me because they thought it'd be funny. I was surprised I even got it, so I wasn't even mad that he broke it. It was nice looking, but I basically got to trash it because it's like, well, I mean, I guess I could like tape it together or hot glue it together, but it's like I don't know. It wasn't like actually golden. It was like painted golden, but it was a nice looking, dude. It had a nice little like feather at the end. It was like really well done, really well put together. Like somebody took the time to crowd this thing, and the dude snapped it in front of me. Dude was a dick, honestly. Dude was a dick, but I didn't even realize I was gonna get that, something like that. Didn't whisper to the other team? Okay, well hopefully he didn't whisper nobody that. He did express, if it was KJX, he did express at the start, like, man, I really don't want to duel against, oh, we got one more, boys, one more, Team Horde. One more needed. And we need one more in Team Alliance with Taxi, boys, one more in Horde Alliance. We can get some more boys in here, some more duels out of this. One more on both teams, we're good to go. Dude, that's so bad. Yeah. Going to both, holding my bike and I finally saved up enough money to buy my own. Damn. Hate to move, dude. I just don't get it. But I think it's one of those things where you have to experience that when you're young, and you have to figure out a way to deal with it just so you go into adult life, and you will face people like that at some point, and you just know how to deal with it. You know what I mean? You better experience it while young and impressionable, because then if you make a mistake, if you, let's say, like, get in a fight with somebody, at least you'll be like, well, kids being kids. You know, because imagine getting in a fight as an adult, there'll be even bigger repercussions or whatever. You know what I mean? You just gotta figure out how to deal with idiots ahead of time, boys. 5 for taxi, just did one more. Team Horde boys, we'll be good to go. Get some duels up and running for the night. Let's go, boys. Actually been enjoying this on you a lot. Hopefully we'll have some really good ones on NA. One more Team Horde boys. If someone want to join in, Koopa, you're more than welcome to check them out on LFG. Check out the top number 5 in the chat, in the search, hit enter to find them. I don't know if you need all of the, make sure all your filters are on just in case. Make sure all of your filters are on just in case. You guys are more welcome to get in. You killed me, I was so sad about it. Yeah, I feel ya. But you gotta get, you just gotta get this experience at some point, you know what I mean? You just gotta get this experience at some point or another. Because once you do, you learn from it, and then you grow up to be a better person than being the person that breaks other people's arrows or poking holes in bikes. You know what I mean? We need one more on Team Horde, boys. We'll be getting ready to go for the night. Let's get some more duels in here, boys. I'm really excited for some duels on NA. Because Seavark was trying to figure out some really cheesy stuff. And Night King was finally got his hero set. He was really blasting. So we could get a lot of dudes. By the way, Torn Rogue? Yeah, Torn Rogues are going to be a thing, apparently. That'd be interesting. For Torns to be rogues. Draenei rogues, I could see it. Torn Rogues is going to be an interesting one. I think Draenei, like Lightforge, are Lightforge, I guess Lightforge is also going to be able to be rogues. Like a Lightforge Draenei, I think is going to look awesome in Mogs. I mean, I know you got like hooves, so you're probably going to make a lot of noise. Clop, 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 clop. But like, it's going to be awesome. Torn Rogue is going to be a big, beefy rogue. That's going to look interesting, man. I think they're going to look fantastic as an outlaw rogue. Like them being like a piratey rogue, I think is going to look awesome. Daggers are probably going to be huge in them, aren't they? Because daggers and weapons usually scale with like the model. So they're going to probably have daggers that are equivalent to some class. Like they're going to have a dagger that's like a human sword size. For a rogue, for a Torn, that's a dagger. For a human, that's a sword. That's a claymore. It's a two-hander. And he's like, oh, that's just like a, that's a shank. Torn Rogue's gonna be the best ones. Yeah, honestly. No one ever saw it. Dude, they've been the best rogues so far. Have you ever seen a Torn Rogue? No, they're just that good at rogues, and they're finally coming out of the shadows. Hope it looks so nice. Quite a lot of Mogs. Yeah, they do look good. Blizzard definitely made sure to adjust them. I think they took majority of like the how Mogs fit on a Goblin, and then scaled them slightly differently on a Velpera. So they don't have like a big head, small shoulders, but they're kind of like more proportional. Where a Goblin look a little more wacky still. But either way, yeah, they do look good. I agree. A lot of Mogs do fit them well. Like they really made sure to make Blood Elves look good with just about any Mog, and Velpera. I'm away. Sounds good, boy. Yo, you joining in? If I you gonna join in, my dude? You just need a +1. We're good to go. We got that Taxi with a 5-man, and we got Azrael with a 5-man. We can get 5 men together. Just have you guys spam duel against each other until the end of the night. How's it all hopped on, son? You're not sounding so good, all right? Reggie, I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic IRL. I have my contacts kind of swimming, so my eyes feel looking blurry from time to time. My voice is gone, but I'm feeling great. I'm otherwise like not sick, not anything. I feel fantastic. My voice, it's not bad when I'm just talking. I guess now it's starting to sound bad when I'm just talking. But when I'm yelling, all right? When I'm trying to commentate the duels, it really seeps in through. And I noticed it. I was like, you know what? For some of these duels where I do sound like I'm a horse, like if I just make some weird noises, when I'm sounding like just straight up just bad, I'm adding a note at the beginning of that video. Hey, my voice was going out, so apologies for how I sound, but I hope you enjoy the duels anyway. I might decide to do that. Do you want to be big sided matches? No, yesterday I just had a really bad coughing fit. Like an incredibly bad coughing fit. We need one more over on the Team Horde, boys. If y'all want to join, Koopa, LFG, check him out. Just need the +1. Taxi, ready to go. We just need Azrael with one more. It will be set for some 5V5 1v1 boys. Just need one more. Yeah. Or Cyrell, honestly. I did say, oh, we got him. Unlist, and we're good to go. Unlist the group, and we're good to go, my boy. Thank you, by the way, Azrael, for joining and making these groups. I really do appreciate it. I see ya. As soon as you're on list, I can do it, because otherwise it's gonna bug out. Tagsy, hope you're ready. We're gonna do specific arenas. Oh, that's why it's not working. AZRAL and Tagsy. Nice. I'm not gonna do 12 round. I'm not gonna give a 12 round. That's gonna be painful. I'm just gonna do arenas that I enjoy. From here on, chat, it's not randomized arenas. It's gonna be arenas that I like. We're taking over the stream. We're taking over the control here. We got the control panel under our hands, and we're running the show. This was a full government takeover of the live stream. There's no more randomized arenas that give you fairness. Instead, it's gonna be what the people want to see, boys. This is gonna be what I want to see. Where would be a greater scenery to compete in for the 5V5 1v1s? Seems like Outlaw said, got fixed? Yeah. And they moved up in SOF, and really, I gotta check them out, Cora. I gotta see how they're doing. If they're fixed, I gotta give them a try, because apparently the tier still was buggy, and now it should work a little bit better. I think pistol builds should be a lot stronger now, because they'll be more consistent. It should be really, really good to see. We're going to see my eyes are really blurry. God damn. Alright, switch. We got us a team one together with Cal Drogo joining back in. We got Koopa over there as an elder rogue, sticking to his guns. Literally, Naze looks like he's ready to go first up. We got ourselves Suburban, and we got ourselves the boy, the blank. Look like, oh, look at this guy. I like that. The blue green, a bit of, you know, dark color schema to it. You got a hoodie in there. Looking like a Gul'dan style warlock, right? It could be from the Shadowmoon clan or something. We got ourselves Beggar gonna be first up with a quick stab. We got Burke over on team 2. We got ourselves Fake Tags. We got ourselves Kiosk who chill in the corner. We got ourselves Lucifer. It looks like Beggar gonna be opening up as Naze got himself a board immediately. And Naze did not get hit with a CC, I guess, at the moment. It looks like it was just an open up a Beggar. Beggar does get a kid with a couple of dots. Gonna be a road. And Naze, but it's hit with a full stun here. It's gonna be full dots. Naze with a full defense is gonna be the stun. Kyrian burst on a Beggar as a Kyrian. Wait, Kyrian burst is a Kyrian assassination. Is that what I'm seeing? Am I seeing it correct? Gonna be full UA for Naze, potentially big damage. Gonna be decimating bolted onto Beggar. This man got himself Drain Soul build. Cloak of Shadows for Beggar. Naze got himself a Drain Soul. Wait a second. This man got himself full. I think he's gonna go for the big one-shot build. Interesting. Wait, I wonder if he's gonna be going for like a Drain Soul Legendary here. That means he's gonna have to go for a couple of Malefic Raptors in order to build it up, but I guess we'll find out. Kidney Shot by Beggar. Kidney Shot was used earlier together with the Kyrian Burst, which was interesting. A different go. Some of you guys said with the Kyrian Assassination, you can actually get your dots long enough where if you pop Vendetta, you won't have to refresh that Rupture at all inside of that Vendetta as it ticks out quicker. And I guess now with the nerf to the tier set, you should have a little bit extra of that Rupture off on the target. Naze dotted up, still taking a bit of that dot bleed damage with poisons. Beggar also was dotted up, taking a little bit of corruption damage. Naze is a little bit behind on health. It's definitely gonna have to go for a Dark Pact self-heal as soon as possible. Beggar with a sap. Might be able to go for a Garrote here. Looks like he's just gonna wait out the resolve. Gonna be a flesh cap. No way for him to interrupt unless Beggar wants to go for like a sap and an interrupt right after. But Naze is gonna go for a bit of a first aid. Looks like the rogue is gonna go for a bit of a reset completely. Maybe wait for another kidney shot. Does get a sap on a Naze. That is gonna be resolve trinket. So you better be very, very careful to resolve. Better sap it out again. Honestly, might not be a bad idea to hit it with a sap. Garrote does immune it. Naze is going to get hit with a kidney shot. Looks like it was potentially an interrupt. What? No, not an interrupt on a Beggar. Naze is going to hit with a full kidney shot. Full burst. It's going to be no Vendetta just yet. Beggar get hit with some dots and a Mortal Call UA. It's going to be Unstable Affliction. All the dots are up. Potentially full dots. It's going to be full dots ramped up by Naze. Does he have the rapid contagion so those dots stick out more often? Trying to maybe see if he can force Beggar next to the Dark Glare. It's going to be Beggar going in for a reset for a second. Shadow Fury around the corner for Naze. Has all those dots rolling versus Beggar, picking up the eyes, and Beggar will not be able to get himself an easy opener versus Naze. Naze on top of him, making sure to get some dots on a Beggar. It's going to be through the shield. Beggar could be in trouble. Cloak of Shadows coming back up. Might just have to cloak through the dots, unless you can live him. He's looking for the reset. Sippy Cup, Cloak, burning Cloak of Shadows with the Warlock Hellstone. So he's got himself lots of healing. Potentially this is Kyrian Sippy Cup. Could go for that Kyrian Sippy Cup too. Possibly. Sap on a Naze. as Naze is going to be down on offensives. Got himself defenses, and Beggar looking to wait out. Maybe he's waiting for that, make sure he's got himself a proper go. Mortical by Naze with a Fury to follow. Beggar's going to get loaded up. It's going to be potentially a massive vendetta for Beggar. Going to be a full rapid connection. Naze trying to go for Decimating Bolt. Beggar is taking down dots. Vanish to follow. Does he have himself a big go? Glocka shot is for Naze. It's going to be Dark Pack for a second. It's going to be a full burst, but Beggar doesn't have anything left. I think might just die here. Cheat death. And it looks like Decimated Bolt might take him out right here. Ooh, big Decimated Bolt. And a Drain Soul for Naze. Actually got a Drain Soul off. No kick by the Rogue, but I think the Result Trinket had him going. Naze took a bit of that damage. Drain Soul I don't think got that much value. But at least he was able to use it. I think it's the first time we've seen a Warlock try to go for a Decimated Bolt Drain Soul build too. At least for the 5V5 1v1 Duels. Someone fell Hunter, but it looks like maybe going to swap it out instead. Nate's trying to make sure to get some dots out of Berg. Got himself lots of mobility. Demon Hunter getting hit with a Mortal Call of Fear. It's going to be Trinket immediately as he goes in for the big old I-Beam. That's going to be potentially Demon spawning in for Berg sometime soon. As the Resolve Trinket does. Actually, not even Resolve Trinket. I think Resolve Trinket was used up, but there was also Wall on top of it for Naze. So he's making sure to get himself some clean free casting. Going to be the Dark Blade joining in. Dark Soul stability. Fury into Berg with Malefic Raptures dotting him up. Decimating Bolt to follow. Does himself the biggest Drain Soul. Actually doing some damage. Drain Soul. Oh my god. Berg sounds himself. Needs to slay that demon. Does pick up a little bit of healing. Is going to slay some damage into the Dark Blade for a second. It's going to be Naze with no help whatsoever. Trying to get some dots back up to Berg, who just recovered so much health. Dark back for Naze getting quick interrupted, and it's going to be over as Berg was able to do so much recovery as he just almost got melted in a single go. Oh my goodness, I'm hoping my mic wasn't so loud when I got super excited. Can you shout out to Berg? Koopa trying to see if he can take him out. Berg is just going to get blasted out, just going in for that 1-2 with Eventhier. Outlaw Rogue Dreadblades combo didn't give him a chance. And Lucifer is going to be up next. Sending out the pet. Shadow Viewer into Koopa finally somehow gets him. I have no idea how. That luck. Fellor joining in. Koopa taking a bit of damage. Demon Bite out of the Demon Dog. A Soul Rod into Koopa. Does have a Clicker Shadows with advantage to follow. Just dodging away from all these pets. Blasting them out. That sounds like an auctioneer. Dude, as soon as the arenas, as soon as the duels get super exciting, as soon as we get into that exciting moment, my mouth gets a haze buff. I get a bloodlust from my mouth. And I just get super excited. And I just start commentating faster and faster, trying to make sure I commentate over every single action that happens, even though I don't necessarily need to. Lucifer trying to go for a cloak, for a fear. Going to be Koopa landing a kiddo shot on Lucifer. That's going to be Resolve Trinket with a wall, using wall defensively. Going to be Koopa popping off a bit of a Blade Flurry with an Aegis Trinket, reducing a lot of the magic damage is about to take. Going for an interrupt onto Lucifer to maybe be able to get a gouge on him later. A quick drain onto Koopa, but that drain life is going to be heavily reduced. A lot of it goes into the Aegis Trinket, which does not count as a drain into the health of Koopa. Drain life will only heal you if you're draining the actual health, if you're doing damage to the health of the enemy. But with Aegis, 50% of it just doesn't work, because 50% of it goes to the Trinket instead. Stun onto Koopa with a Soul Rod. Potential Ballista with this could be pretty big. And Koopa is going to get attacked by the Demon Doggas. Drain life around the corner, slowed down by quite a bit. The pet stop in place for a second. Koopa, why did the pet stop there for a second? They kind of like stood still. Or maybe as he got low, it was a root from the Venthier, from Naja. I think that's what it was. I think as he got low, he had a root effect happen with the Naja Soulbind, so those pets were rooted in place for a second. Koopa can still be in big trouble. Lucifer doesn't have a lot of help to work with. I don't know if he has a Mortical or not. Definitely needs a Mortical. Does get a stun into Koopa. No Trinket for the Rogue with the Tyrant. Mortical. Koopa could be in big trouble. Tyrant is going to blast him out. Vanish for Koopa does get to have an escape, but Lucifer, if he can pick up the eyes real quick to send those pets back at Koopa, he might be in a position to maybe overtake this Rogue. Regeneration coming out for Koopa. Ice is looking for that recovery. The pets are back on him. The Demon Doggers jump in. Clicker Shadows for Koopa, which is a massive defensive. Lucifer dropping down the Fellor, who's going to help out to damage Koopa, but also interrupt them. Full Venthier Flagellation burst, and Koopa just going in for all in. Lucifer trying to see if he can maybe land a fear onto Koopa. Does land it. Soul Rod to follow. Maybe a big heal. Stun to Koopa. Barely the health. Koopa just sees one more or two more hits. Another fear CC onto Koopa. Lucifer just continuing to send more pets out. Going to be the Seed Pod. Does he have any more CC? I think it's over. Yeah, it's over. He already used the pet stun, and it's going to be done and done. Man, that was really close. Koopa was really getting some value, some pressure on that Warlock. Was making a bit of a play there. But Taxi is going to be up next. 8 minutes into the duel, dampening finally rolling in a big way as we head in that 20% dampener, boys. And Koopa looking for that We see behind the pillar, slapping around the Incubus. As Taxi swings around Watercall, going to be immediate trinket for Koopa. Kid in the shot onto Taxi. Does not have a big go right now, but it's going to be dark back either way. For Taxi, Koopa does not have a lot of cooldowns to really work with here. No cloak for a while. Vanish coming back up in 2 minutes. Well, really shorter because Outlaw Rogue in cooldown reduction. Cooldown does not really think for Outlaw Rogues really. But does have a blind. Definitely wish he'd go for a blind onto the Incubus. Next time he goes for a full kidney shot onto Taxi. Next time he has a go. Kidney shot onto Taxi. Gouge onto the Incubus. Incubus wants to go for some sort of damage. Maybe for some CC. Fear onto Koopa. Does get a kick, I think, on the Warlock. Or at least attempted to. As fake Taxi went for a bit of a drain. Got himself a little bit of health recovery. But a blind is going to separate the two. And Koopa again just on that Incubus grind, just trying to build comp points off of this thing, singles comp points into valuable finishers, and get himself some sort of a setup versus Taxi. Taxi with a gouge. As a result, trinket procs, going to be a quick kick for Koopa just to get through the interrupt trinket, the resolve trinket, into a Kidney Shadow Raptor, but Taxi with a human racial does get to stop it. Going to be another Incubus summoned up. Koopa with the defensive Aegis trinket. Cloak Shadow's coming up very, very soon. Could take that Aegis trinket and really build up some damage towards Taxi. Taxi with a bit of a health funnel for the pet. Going to be a go for Koopa. Kidney Shot. Taxi. Cloak Shadow's up for Koopa. Can't really do much about it. It's going to be a succubus CC, but does interrupt it. Taxi taking the full burst out of Koopa's burst. There's going to be still Dreadblades rolling for a bit. Drain life. Does get interrupted with a vanish. So Taxi's going to have to rebuild for the drain life again. Try to go for a fear. Going to be a quick fear onto Koopa. No health whatsoever. Wait, Koopa could actually have it. Koopa could actually do this. Drain life for Taxi does get valuable healing. Koopa finally able to re-engage with him. Mortar Call, send him out in the other direction. With a Soul Rod and Dark Glare extending all those dots. Koopa out in the open. Can't really do much. Can only door shadows away. But at that point, he's just dotted up. And Taxi recovered all that health. He popped off cooldowns and went for a massive drain at the very last second. Just maximizing his value. Next up is going to be the Blank. These two, the Taxi and the Blank, only got to fight each other a couple of times. Taxi going into this duel with a couple of offensives down. Actually, both offensive cooldowns down. He is going to go in this with defenses down as well. With Darkpack hopefully out very, very soon. Fear onto the pet as well as the Warlock. Blank is able to get all the dots of full PI burst versus Taxi. That's going to be full War Stomp. Try to see if he can blast out Taxi. Quick silence on Taxi from a distance. It's going to be sucked. Let's see for a second. Breaks it. Try to see if he can get next to Taxi with more of that Kyrian burst to blast him out. Let's go for massive blasts. My goodness, the blast he does are actually huge. Actually, massive amount of damage. Does he time together with a Void Eruption or does he separate the two? I wonder. Stun onto Taxi, trying to go for a big VT, additional big damage, and there goes another set of Void Eruption. I think this might have been Megalomania here. Taxi trying to go for a fear onto the Blank and just trying to see if he can wait out those dots, but it's definitely going to poke out versus Blank and get some sort of CC chain on the guy and go for a drain. Definitely needs recovery. Going to be the Void Torrent trying to cancel out the healing from the drain. Observer getting someone up for Taxi to make sure he can get himself a interrupt onto the Blank, as well as remove some of the dots and damage from the Blank. It's going to be a quick silence to Taxi as he's trying to see if he can soul shape out of there, trying to escape the clutches of the Shadow Priest, and the pet Dark Glare is going to be there to land that sweet interrupt in order to create himself that proper escape. Great fade out for Blank right now. Potentially could go for a fear on Taxi. Does he have a fear? Doesn't look like it, or hard to tell. Stun onto Taxi, but does land a fear onto the Shadow Priest, and apparently the Priest is going to be able to at least get some cut. Has both the Shadow Priest fear and, the fear from Warlock and the Shadow Priest stun. Broke out at the same time. Drain Life or Drain Void. Both of them are literally channeling at each other at the same time, but looks like the Drain Life is winning out on this one. Into a Disperse for the Blank. Does get himself some recovery, some self-healing, but Taxi got so much pressure on the Blank. The Blank could be in a tight side situation. Does he have a fear of his own? He needs to stand and heal at some point. Siphon for a second. Word Stomp needs a heal, but I think it's over. Taxi just rotted him down with the dots a little bit by bit. Suburban gonna be up next as a sub-rogue. Taxi has himself the Incubus on the side. Trying to go for a bit of a Warlock Hellstone. Definitely should pick up the eyes when we can. But definitely needs to go for a big drain, big recovery versus Rogue. This Rogue could really just have a go versus Taxi. With a Cloak of Shadows, it will be unstoppable. Unless Taxi have a human racial and a port. I think it might be one of the harder duels here. Kinder Shot. Incubus, trying to see if he can stop this burst. Gonna be the Dark Pack. Does go for the human racial. Seeing the Rogue trinket out of this one. The Rogue committing a lot of the damage. Vanish has been used. Mortal Coil sent on the Rogue. Taxi trying to get some dots on the Rogue and it's slow. Just letting the dots burn him and rot him for a bit. That's gonna be a Shadow Step by the Rogue. Vanish by the Rogue actually to get a Shadow Strike in. I guess he's out of steps. Quick fear, and apparently Taxi at least has a bit of control on the rogue. Still a tight situation, still a troublesome area to be in. Suburban at least can get a couple of shadow strikes into the pet and be at some calm points. Taxi could still be in big trouble. He needs to make sure the Incubus is there to help peel the rogue off him anytime. Glucka shadows by the rogue. Tags you with that wall. Not much you can really do about it. So Incubus can't really stop him with a succubus you see for the moment. It's going to be fear out of Tagsy. And the rogue is just going to have to take these dots to the face. It's going to be Tagsy going to full damage. Soul Rot. Everything getting used. Suburban got nothing left. Full drain. Maybe get interrupted. Tagsy stops drain for a second. Letting the dots build up for a bit. He's going to pour it away. The dots are still burning onto the rogue Mortical. And I think it's over. As he's going to get drained and dotted up and rotted down. As Tagsy is going to take him out. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. With Cal Drogo, last one left. Switching out the pet playstyle a little bit here. Diffuse Magic is in play. So you can reverse a lot of the dots back into Tagsy. Dark back for Tagsy in the opener. Apparently something breaks his Resolve Trinket. Get interrupted. Bad situation to be in. I think it's over. Oh, and Tagsy does go down. My goodness. Oh no. How much HP does Tagsy have? I can't see on stream. I don't know. I've seen Warlocks with 100k HP before them. I've seen Warlocks in arenas with 100k HP. I have no idea exactly how much Tagsy has, but he must have enough to make him super tanky. It's gonna be Kiosco versus Khal Drogo, hitting him with a stun. Gonna be Death Chakra rolling in with grenades to follow. It's gonna be a bunch of damage, full explosion. Ooh! You didn't give him a chance. A bird. Oh, you gave a bird a friend. Look at that. You give him a little friend. A little tombstone friend. Kiosco, not bad at all. Koopa, lots of damage out of this man. Tagsy did pretty well. I thought Tagsy would have gotten 4. I guess it was only 3, right? It was Nay? No, it wasn't A's. It was Suburban, Blank, Koopa? Is that it? I guess it was. I didn't even realize it. 98,000? Damn, dude. 98k health for Warlock. That is crazy. Crazy. That was anticlimactic. Well, I think at the end it's just dampener, so there's only, there's only so much you can do. And a Survival Hunter with full burst and grenades and everything, if you got nothing for it, it is going to be deadly. Like, Survival Hunters used to be like, okay, well, Survival Hunter is going to make an impactful burst, but, like, never kill somebody. And now it's killer. Now it's going to do it. With pre-book? Yeah, damn, dude. R1 over 2k. And I think if you go for the pet, the Voidwalker sacrifice, and use the wall ability from Voidwalker, that could probably give you a ton. 16,000 instant damage from a bomb set is nice. Damn, dude. That is huge. So you got a kill shot, kill command proc, and then you got a grenade. Damn. 16k grenades are huge, yeah. I'm sitting at 90k. Yeah, Warlocks and Death Knights both have extra stamina to make them tankier for PvE and PvP. Because you gave them an extra stamina buff in order to give them like a little bit more survivability, since that was kind of like the play style for those classes, but also it's like the theme of those classes. Like Major Some Mobility, Warlocks are generally tankier. Warrior Some Mobility, Paladins have utility, Death Knights are pretty tankier. Paladins also, I mean, Death Knights also have utility. You know what I mean? I mean, like, there's those dome, grips, it kicks, but like, Paladins have blessings to apply buffs to allies, like freedom, sacrifice, bop, stuff like that, I guess. But yeah, but also it helps out Death Knights too, because the AMZ becomes a lot stronger since now it's based on health. So give him a health buff is nice. Makes him tanky, but also makes AMZ better. Bro, I love monks so much. It's gonna be nice, man. Yo, I'm glad you joined it, Yeti. They're really fun. Monks are definitely a fun class. One of the more fun melee. How we doing, boys and groups? Yo, Azrael and Tagsy, how we doing, boys? Yo, I am so sorry I'm on my voice today, boys. I noticed that arena in particular. There were some moments where I really just want to yell into the mic, scream out, but I'm like, you know what? My voice is not going to be able to handle that one. So I literally had to go for like a quieter variant, a more calmer variant. And I'm like, I just feel like I couldn't really yell my hearts out. You know, how could you yell my soul out? I thought I did 80k on Warlock. It's still pretty up there. Only me and Nace left on Forge. Yo, I'm lead group. Wait, what, Cav? Yo, I'm lead of group now? Yo, wait, hold on. Cav is a group? Wait a second. Does Tagsy have a 5-man, or did he take over for Tagsy? Hold on. Cav got a lead? Cav got a group? Let's go, boys. Let's go. I'm down to go on more. I'm down to one more. Be water, my friend. Speak about water. Full gear, Warlocks have nearly 100k. Special demon armor. Yeah. Destruction Warlocks are about to get a lot done, huh? Rest up for the night? That's so good, Azrael. Don't worry about my guy. Kiosk and Tagsy left? Oh, okay. So they left, but you swapped them out? So Cap took over for Tagsy. Okay. I thought it was maybe a different team. That's alright. It is pretty late into the night, though. It is like 7 p.m. That's about the time when we usually end the streams. Two warriors? That's fine. Wait. Azrael got 2 more? Wait, can we get 2 more hordes for Azrael? I'll give you guys like 10, man. 10, 15 minutes. Because we got Cav with a group ready to go. The swapped out Taxi and Kiosk with 2 warriors. I'm okay with that. Is it my boy Talrion potentially in there? And then Azrael just needs some more in the horde. We could probably pick up 2 hordes. I'm down to stick around. Personally love memeing on my Warlock with a Voidwalker kissing my health by 30%. Use Darkpack, use Coil. Yeah, it is nutty. I do like that about Warlocks though. And hopefully we'll see more like creative builds like that. I mean, I guess it's not a really creative build, but it's a creative combination of abilities rather. I guess it is a talent. But hopefully we'll see some really creative builds with next expansion of Dragonflight with some of the things they're doing for talents. Seriously, guess that traditional medicine throat, code, herbal, tea, and call us in the morning. Get the traditional herbal? Yeah, okay. I will. I'll definitely... I'll see, man. I'll see if I got something at home for the throat. I'll definitely also let my voice rest tonight. I'm going to be the rogue, but arms weak for the duels. I'm going to be with that rogue. With Azrael? Let's go, Capitano. Sounds good, my guy. Sounds good, my man. Whatever you want to do, my guy. Whatever you want to do. We need 2 more in Horde, boys. We're good to go. Cav got a group. Thanks for taking over the group, Cav. I appreciate it, my man. Is Cav the shower piece, by the way? Because I think it'd be kind of awesome. Because it's like Cav, almost like Cav, C-A-L-F, not C-A-F-F. And if it's the priest who's the Tauren, Cav, I think it'd be funny. Only drinks thistle tea. True. True. Beggar? I like your Mog, by the way. I'm a big fan. Also, I like your trainer, Kyrian. I don't know if Kyrian... I remember you guys said Kyrian is pretty good for assass, but I haven't seen it since. So I don't know if it was like, it had potential for the people just put a knife because it's easier and just easier to put together. Or is like Kyrian still good? It just... I don't know if it like fell out or if it's still good. It's just night phase. There's some other buff to it. Because I know he got a pretty big mastery buff, but so does Kyrian. You can go Kyrian Pelagos with a big mastery buff. I think the amount of mastery you get is night phase a little better, but I could be wrong on that one. Apparently there's also a Subtlety World one-shot. I want to give it a go at some point, either this evening or next few weeks. Over the next few days I want to give it a go. We're doing on the Horde. Still need 2 more boys on the Horde. Boys, if y'all want to join in, you guys are more than welcome to. This man's been kind of running here in place for so long, bro. He's been stuck running on Forge on Forge. You want more? Wait, potentially? We need 1 more, boys? Oh, let's go. My buddy showed me the other day. Hell yeah. Yeah, if your buddy uses it, hit me for almost 40k. Yo. Like in a Venom? That's pretty massive. That's true. 1 more Horde, boys. We need 1 more. We're good to go. Need better gear? Yeah. Make sure you get yourself a full Conquest set. We should have enough Conquest as of this week to get us as a full PvP set. And then whatever rating you can get is whatever rating you can get. I think choose is easier to push. Especially if you play Assassination with a healer. Duel me, bro. Missing father. Missing dad. Dad came back, boys. Went to the store. Got some milk. 20 years later, he's here. Missing father. Helpful city is for Conquest, but I need Master Gear. Oh, okay. So you basically need even more Conquest to get a full set of Mastery. Yeah. I do want to give a Mastery set a try, too. Just do 1 more in the Horde, boys, and we're good to go for some 5V5 1v1 Duels. If you're a Horde and you want to join in Azrael in LFG, he got a group called 5V5 1v1 Dalaran stream. I like it. Don't want to be with a rogue, not trying to spam burst for you? Okay, sounds good. Be on with my rogue. Sepsis burst? Go for it. You got a 100% crit Lego with it, or like, don't tell me what you got. Actually, don't tell me, because somebody in the duels, well, no. Don't say what you got. Don't say what you're rolling. Listen, father, we can duel if you wanna. When do you want to do it? When and where? Like a 5v5? Want to join us? I just did Elbow today, was trying a new build, was playing the Essence Drain, full tank build, really? Wait, Essence Drain, is that where you like drain life and you make them do less damage to you? Wait a second. I like it. Death build isn't that bad really either, isn't it? I want to drop need another. We need 1 more in Alliance as well, boys. If y'all want to join Alliance, In LFG, they need a +1. I'll be good to go. SSD drain is a must for duels if you ask me. Yeah, I imagine, yeah. For 1v1s, especially with it's like it's only one person you're fighting against and nobody else can interrupt you. Yeah, SSD drain is really, really good there. What about a 40 versus 1? Yeah, that seems fair. What is the best way to get the Warlock to 100k HP without a guild or friends to the arenas? Spamming gold and making gold and buying BOAs, I guess. If you don't have any friends to the arenas, I guess you can always find randoms to the arenas with, right? And then push arenas and push your rating, and you get some duelist gear. Without a guild, I guess you could try plugging Mythic Pluses. Actually, yeah, Mythic Pluses, I guess you would be able to get some decent gear. You could plug your score, push it up to a higher score until you're doing 15s on a regular. And then that gear you should be able to get quite a decent amount. I mean, if you're just looking to hit 100k, just for the sake of hitting 100k. I think it'd be easier in PvP though, because you get like, what, Demon Armor, right? Demon Armor is probably the easiest. Unless you count like when you pop the Void Blueberry, Sacrifice Blueberry, pop the Blueberry Wall, and that gives you like a health increase. Like, is that enough for you to hit 100k? Like, if you're like, okay, I did it. I saw it once. I'm good. Mission accomplished. Then I guess you could do it with either method. We ready? On alliance are good to go. We just need one on Team Horde, boys. It will be good to go. Does anybody know in real ID or a friend for a guildie who wants to join the 5V5 1v1 Duels group over on the Horde? This will be the last one for the evening, boys, and I got a perfect arena for it. Perfect. Always fun, I agree, but practically, speaking of SSD drain is better. I do agree, Deathbolt is fun. But yeah, if you want to win a 1v1, SSD drain is really, really good. I do like Deathbolt though. I think that when you get those dots rolling and a Deathbolt on top of it, they can't escape it. That's a lot of damage, lots of pressure. What a problem with DK is we have so many defenses on a talents. All for magic, but literally only one per single damage option. But its initial option requires 2 targets that can play damn. Yeah. Yeah. Chilpas, I think the one of death needs to be like anti-caster, but not really anti-melee. And I think that's kind of like the point what they were trying to do. Wait till my girlfriend learn how to tank. You boys are going to be in trouble. Let's go, dude. Go for it. Hell yeah, you're going to teach your girl how to tank? What tank is she thinking of playing? What tank is she looking at? If you need suggestions, Bear Druid is really, really good and pretty easy to get into. It's more about like defensive cooldowns and cooldowns like, okay, I'm going to go into the strat spec. All right, I'll pop this cooldown here kind of deal. It's really, really good. Paladin? Ooh, that's a good one. That's the one with a lot of utility, but I think that one could be like, depends how experienced your girlfriend is at like playing classes or whatever. Paladin is one with a lot of buttons, so there's a lot of things you can do. I think it has a high skill cap, highest potential to do like a lot of healing and basically be unkillable in keys and tanking in general. But there's a lot of abilities and unique things that you got to work around. Already know, don't worry. Blood Death is another good one, I think. I think that one is really, really straightforward. One Lego lock incoming. Wait, are you gonna join in on the Horde? One Lego lock taxi? No way, bro. Let's go. 84k plus a demon armor, 13k to withstand a chance? I think so. We're ready? Let's go, boys. Yo, hopefully you get unqueued by the time I type up calf. Sending it. Not gonna be random arena, boys. It's gonna be one of my favorites here. One of my favorite arenas. If it queues up, if it works, possibly. Please, Blizzard, please. You queued up for Maldraxxus Coliseum, dude. It is actually a really, really favorite of mine. Prazika tank, next expansion. I think it might be possible. That'd be cool. Like having a big dome and our AMS baseline is really enough for a caster niche. And standing, just want to have a damage options monitoring. True. I feel like maybe that's what they should really focus on, is giving you a mix of damage. I mean, hunters have only defense and utility. Hunters don't have any damage options. Death Knights only have defense. Rogues have defense and offense. Ready to list it? Okay, we got a queue again. So, Azrael, Calf, I'm gonna need to spam queue you guys a couple of times. Eventually it'll work. We basically gotta break the queue system, because I queued you while you were in LFG. So I'm gonna need to spam queue you a couple of times. Unless you hit decline right now. Unless everybody hits decline right here, I'm going to spam queue you guys a couple of times until it works or breaks. Because once it breaks, then we'll know it works. Or if it works, then it works. So I need to do it a couple of times in a row until it works. Eventually it should function, right? I hope. So if I can spam queuing you, I'm just trying to fix it. Because it bugs out when you have LOG on, which is fine. It just takes like a second. I'm just gonna basically have to keep spamming it a few times until it works. I'll take breaks in between. Offense options for rogues after cold blood is gone. Well, I feel like there's enough utilitarian like can become offense, but you're right. There's no real like PvP sound that's like damage increase. Keep him coming, just accept re. Okay. At some point it'll work. Hopefully, at some point these will work. Okay, now, okay, it took us out of the queue. Took us out of the queue there. It broke, and now it's back in. Now we're good, boys. Took us out of the queue for a second, now we're good. Death Shield for DK's root used to be called Trinity Strikes, if I recall right. If you root a target snare, target take 50% more frosting damage. Yeah, I guess they were like, well, maybe that's too much damn, but it would have been really, really good. But yeah, you're right, though, we can't see. For Auto Rogue, I think they've got some damage options. A lot of them are defense now, but one of them is damage and offense and defense. But yeah, you're right. A lot of them are utilitarian options. Not a lot of them are damage options nowadays. But we're not like Affliction Warlocks who needs Rampant Transfusion or to get that damage out either. You know, or like some of the Frost Mage options. I think it's when class is lacking PvP damage, they add PvP talents to give them more dam. Or if they need more utility, they'll add more utility. Like for rogues, I guess they're like Outlaw. Okay, well they're sustained, but let's give them more survivability and utility stuff. Maybe that's what we're thinking about. All right, I need to get myself another duel thing going. Now we're good. All right, switch. We got ourselves Team 1 together with Marcus as a Frosty Mage. We got ourselves Nades, we got ourselves Tagsy over in the Hordy. We got Koopa going to be first up versus Lucifer. And Lucifer is getting blasted out with full Venti burst off the bat. Evasion up from Koopa so you can dodge the axe from the axe toss. Lucifer without wall, but is he going to survive the damage? I think he might just go down right now. Is it going to be a Fel Lord joining in? Going to be a Mortal Coil and a Fel Lord knockdown. Luke Koopa trying to see if he can walk away. Lucifer taking so much damage. I think this man is just done and done with. Koopa backing up out of there. Does he notice Seat Pod? He does notice Seat Pod, avoiding the knockdown by the Fel Lord. And look at this man looking like the Executioner. It looks like a Cosmic Reaper, dude. Look at him. He got the wings of death. He got himself like a cowl, a book on the side. He got Reaper size. You got a mix of like shadow damage in there and everything. Igris is going to be up next as a Affliction Warlock. Also going to go for some dotty action. We got Tagsy and we got Igris and we got Naze. Lots of Affias nowadays. And that's going to be massive damage out of Koopa. So right out for Igris. Cloak Shot is available for Koopa. As he sees all the dots come up, Igris popping off big cooldowns and Koopa looking to escape into the shadows. Mike, I gotta look Shamog. Look at this thing. I see what you were trying to go for. Is that a helm, the PvP helm, or is that the Mythic helm? I think it's the PvP helm, right? Got himself a quick reroll. Igris out in the open. Got to give it an open about a Koopa with the kid shot. It's going to be a human racial out of it. Trying to see if he can get a stun onto Koopa. But does land and finally able to get some dots onto the Rogue. As Rogue is going to go for a quick gouge versus Igris. Quick. Aegis Trinket as well. Igris is going to go for a drain life, but a lot of that drain gets offset into the shield. Long and short of it, Igris goes for drain life because of the shield and Koopa. That heal is a lot less effective. Koopa trying to go for a bit of that Venti burst. Dread Blades, everything. Ooh, taking out Igris. Slaying yet another one as he dives back into stealth. A red aura giving him that hysteric presence. Beggar trying to go for a bit of an opener versus Koopa. Quick sap, but the dot's still rolling. And Martha ready to go. Koopa does not have a trick. It could be full Kyrian go by Beggar trying to get all the dots, all the damage on Koopa. Quick gouge as Koopa goes for a quick heal. Got himself evasion rolling in, but the dots are still on him. Can shot into Beggar. Does Koopa have any more healing? Trying to see if he can bust himself out of there. Grapple hook away. And looks like he escaped death with that movement. Beggar already burned a trinket. I'm not really sure what Beggar trinketed. Maybe a gouge? Potentially? But Koopa does get an escape and no more dots on him. Oh my god, I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised he lived. As we just said in 2 minutes, 2 minutes into the duel and Koopa already slicing up a couple of Warlocks in this Muldraxxus arena. This is where you take him down, boys. All those souls are going to go into that anima engine of the Necrolords, churning him back to create some more abominations or something. As we head into the 3-minute, Koopa sitting in stealth. Going to be eyes available for both of them. Koopa kind of hanging out by both of the eyes, waiting for them, watching for them. Beggar prowling around. Walk by Koopa for a second. They know one is nearby. Going to be a stab by Koopa. Does he get the proper opener? Does he have a kidney shot to follow? I don't think he does. He's going to go for an immediate ambush into a disarm onto Beggar. Does get himself pistol shots available. That's quite a bit of damage. Well, just pistol. Mark for death. Comes out for Beggar, trying to go for a big kidney shot, but it's going to be a blind for Koopa. Making sure that he's in control of this situation. Full flagellation, Dread Blades, full burst, ready to go. I think for Beggar it's over. Oh, big old pistol shot at the end. Gonna be Mori. Gonna be up next. Big old Blade Storm as an arms warrior, trying to go for big old parry up versus Koopa. Koopa got himself evasion. Mori with a big old avatar. That's gonna be a parry up with a Dread Blade. Oh, the diamond sword. Yo, my voice is all kinds of scuffed. I'm so sorry, boys. It's all kinds of scuffed today. It's awful. It's terrible. But Mori is going to keep himself in combat. Throwing out an axe at one of the competitors. Does not want Koopa to get a sap opener. He's just keeping himself in combat. And it's going to be the mage. I said something like, hey, stop it. He's going to not tags you then. He just tried to make sure there's no sap on him. I'm not sure if that sap is going to help him really. Keep himself in combat. Does he like maintain a buff or something? There's probably a buff that he's trying to maintain versus Koopa. It's going to be a quick disarm. The warrior is going to be able to get his weapon returned fairly quickly. Fear onto Koopa as he does go for the Aegis. Being a Kyrian warrior, Mori does have a lot of that Kyrian damage that does get offset into the Aegis trinket though. Cloaking shots for Koopa, immuning the damage completely. The kid is shot onto Mori. As he's going to take a bit of damage of his own, leaping away from Koopa as a grapple hook comes out. Mori tried to see if he could charge over to Dalaran, and Mori barely any health does go for as much of a ignore pain to try to offset a lot of the damage taken from this rogue. All the slices, all the dices. The big Kyrian stun comes out versus Koopa. Does Mori have any more CC to follow? Does himself reflect. Parry back up as he goes for a trinket. Koopa kind of lowish on health. Stun onto Koopa. Mori tried to see if he can get a charge up, disarm onto the rogue. Blade Storm to follow. Koopa does escape into a quick vanish. Does he have any dots on him? Should have the mastery dot rolling still on him. Full avatar for Mori. And this man is slowed. Pistol shots flying by Koopa. Looks like the rogue is going to go for the reset. Mori potentially maybe could go from some kind of sippy cup or food or anything more like Hellstone. Possibly picking up the eyes as soon as possible. He's going to get Koopa out in combat. With the reflect, I don't know if Koopa would be able to reflect versus Koopa. Get a shot onto the rogue. Flagellation is up. Koopa is going to take some damage to his own health bar, but he's trying to see if he can burn the damage into Mori. Mori is stunning into Koopa. Big damage onto Mori. Koopa trying to go for a big port. Mori does he have a fear to maybe do anything here? Does not have a fear, but does have a slow, but not enough to slow down the rogue. With Dalaran charging out versus the Grim Reaper rogue, getting hit with an interrupt over disarm. Trying to see if he can just punch right through it, punch it death in the face. Blind on Dalaran. Does he choose to trinket it? Chooses not to. Look at more Night Elfie this time. Oh, that scar and the face mark. That looks amazingly. That looks really cool. Look at that. I like the full like the Night Elf Regalia from like BFA. The full purple set. It looks good. The Darkshore set looks amazing. Especially with some of the new customizations. Look good. That CD Lego is broken for duels. No CD for anything. Is that what the rogue explained? Is that what it explained? Is the shadowy cooldown reduction Lego with advantage? Is that what Koopa's playing? Shadow Dust? Oh my god, if that's what he's playing, that's huge. Gonna be a knockdown onto Koopa for a second, and they execute right. Oh! Koopa had a hell of a game. His wrath was experienced by the whole team too. Dalaran had to cut him down in just a quick moment though. Quick avatar charge, knock him down, take him out. Did get a couple of knockdowns with a knife ability though, which I think disrupted Koopa quite a bit. Damn. Tags is going to be up next on his Warlock. On his Hordy Warlock. Apparently only one legendary in this character. So this student's a bit behind on gear. I imagine he doesn't have his Unity Lego, which I guess is kind of like a buff that he is missing. That is a bit of like haste and crit that he's missing as a Night Fae. But majority of his damage, if he has the Drain Life Lego, technically he's has majority of it. I guess another thing he's missing is secondary stats, because you don't have a fully fledged second max level Lego. You are missing some versatility. You are missing some haste, I imagine. But it's going to be tagged to try to see if he gets some doubts in the Dalaran. Going to be Shadow Fear to follow. Dalaran with the Aegis Trinket. Being burned down so quickly. Doesn't give himself whatever healing possible. It's going to be parry back up. It's going to be Dark Glaive blasting him out. Needs to land inside the Dark Glaive as best as he can. In soul shape to get himself some healing. But the dots are probably going to kill him. Dalaran just needs to do something, anything to get himself heal. But it's going to be over. Tagsy just melted that guy with dots alone. Just put dots and walked away. That was it. My goodness. Koopa with 3? I think Koopa's supposed to be half 4, but he does end up taking these boys out. Like the Grim Reaper himself. Alrighty, boys, let's get another one going. Can't do these going to stick around for one more? Because you could go one more if you guys got it already. FML, I threw. I was playing green skin, not pistol. Big pistol. I thought he did. Yeah, because Capitan said CD Lego broker for duels. I thought you were playing the Shadowlands, but I don't know if you were. That's still huge, though. That's massive. I thought you were playing pistol, but I could be wrong then. Calf, Azrael, do you guys have still a 5-man ready to go? Because we could just go again, dude. We just go one more time. How many are we at now? 88 duels. I'll make sure to save the other one just in case. I don't want to lose any of these duels in here. One is offline. Okay, we can give a second. We can give it a second, Calf. I'm okay with that. Give it a quick second. Taxi left. That's all good. If you're done, we're done. That's perfect. Okay with me, boys. Hey guys, you doing all? We're doing EU today. Doing NA tomorrow. Boomstick, you're more than welcome to join us. Can we get 3 warriors? Well, I mean, if Taxi left, then I think Ward is missing 1. Then our friend that wants in. Yeah, you can have 3 warriors. You can have 3 warriors. Taxi, come back, man. Yo, one more Taxi. Uno más. One more. We got our alliance group ready to go. If the horde needs you, +1, and we're done. Maybe we can do one more. We're ready? Let's go. Yeah, Calf, you can have a friend, another warrior in. I'm okay with that. What is it going to be? Arms? I mean, arms warriors and fear warriors don't live long. What did I just do? Okay, I never knew you could do that. I never knew what that button did. So I guess you could like put PMs here and be like, oh. Okay, we're ready? Oh, let's go, boys. What arena I want to kill you guys this time? Oh, I'm going to do one I like. I'm doing all the arenas that I like. I do like. I like the song. Ooh, I forgot you guys got a rogue. I got a, not a rogue, but a mage. I want to see Frosty Mage. I want to see Frosty Mage play. I want to see Frosty Mage play. Ooh, at least one of them is a Fury. I'm okay with that. You know what? Warriors don't live long enough in duels. So I'm okay having multiple warriors. A lot of you guys enjoy warrior duels. I feel like I can have a 5-man warrior team and you guys would be happy with that. Warlocks is another one where a lot of people like variety. Rogues, especially Assassin Subtlety, it's very too similar playstyle over resets. Druids, Feral Druids in particular, yeah. Boomy not really. Shamans, you guys enjoy Shamans. Not enough Ellie in these duels, man. We need more elementals to join in. Big Kirin Ellie or other Ellies. Samuel wants to go to Mage? Yeah, more than welcome to. More than welcome to, boys. Let's go, boys. Twitch. We got ourselves Team 1 together with Erodori. That's assassination with. What is that? Exsanguination there. We got ourselves Koopa. We got ourselves Mascaris. But it's going to be first up as a Frosty Mage. Team 2 is trying to figure out who's going to be first. It looks like it's not Beggar. Maybe Lucifer. Maybe it's going to be Clack. Maybe potentially it's going to be Mori. It looks like Mori is going to be up. Got himself Avatar. Trying to go for a big old charge and a knockdown onto Mask. But Mask got himself a resolve. No, he got the other resolve trinket. He got the other Anya's resolve trinket. Used it as Mori charged at him. And Mori was able to get an intro of fear and a stun. And eventually one of the CC did end up breaking Maskers. His resolve trinket. And Mori just trying to avoid that Frost Mage damage. Or Frost Mage CC rather. Gonna be Blizzards coming down. ASUS is flying in. That's gonna be still full damage ready for Mascaris as he got himself full Deathborn ready to go. Got the images around the corner. Continue to deal damage onto Mori with Blizzards as well. And just continue to pelt him with as much frost damage as humanly possible. Eventually these pets are gonna be able to burn to whatever shields and whatever healing of Mori. Unless this man is playing Impending Victory, which I think is an arms warrior. It might be worth losing out a charge for an Impending Victory just to get some sort of healing. Mask does get hit with a stumble, but does have a blink for it, so he's able to get out of the blinks pretty easily. Gonna drop down Rune of Power, getting a couple frostbolts in. Mori does reflect one of them, Warbreaker, as Mask goes in with the Icebox, Shattering Throw up next, and Mask is just waiting until you get another Ice Blink, another Ice Blink. I guess he does have another talent where he does get like an Icy Blink or Icy Flows, Ice Flows, so you get normal blinks. So I guess it is like no, I guess an Ice Blink would be more like there's a blink talent where when you blink or when you pop a shield, you get more armor. Gonna be a freeze real quick for Mori as he does just go in for a freeze. Comet Storm is gonna be hitting him as Mask, I think, is running the 2-piece here set, or maybe 4-piece. Mascara's just dropped down a Ring of Frost. Not really sure if you wanted to put it there, or Frozen Orb. But it does kite Mori back to Frozen Orb. At least he might be able to get some procs in there. Got himself Ice Flow, so at least he got himself some mobility while moving. And the Warrior is just not giving him much of an opportunity. Going to be a Warbreaker with a banner. It's going to be banner down as he gets it with a Poly. Poly, I think, is going to be reduced because of that banner. And Mask getting hit with a Fear. It's going to be a second Ice Block. Mori does not have a way to break this one out. And Mask is eventually going to be able to get a full Ice Block to get himself a full heal. Mori just has to wait it out. Avatar and Spear were both used. Does have a Stormbolt. Does not have a charge to follow the Mask. Has a blink normally if he wants to use it. Nova onto Mori. Unless he has a way out of here. It's going to be frozen with Ring of Frost. Trying to go for a bit of Reflect. Should be able to have Reflect there for a little bit longer. Mask trying to go for some damage. Frostbolt should do maybe a bit of damage. It's going to be that Necrolord Burst coming in with a bunch of Comet Storms. You can't really see the Comet Storms, but they are there. Mask literally just running around, blasting him out. Frostbolt is going to be there all the time in case he's in a bad situation. Got himself a couple of Frostbolts. Trying not to get interrupted. Going to be Mori trying to leap it on top. Landing the pummel. Missing the pummel. Mask does get himself some range. Frostbolts back to back. Has a blink in case things go bad. I think he just used a blink earlier. Nova, I think Reflect does disrupt him from being Nova'd. Right? Could be wrong on that one. But Mask potentially could still get himself some kind of slow into Mori. Trying to see if he can cut him back into the Frozen Orb. Get interrupted on Arcane. Perfect opportunity for him to get some cast. So Frostbolts is going to be a Spear. Mori can only do so much. Trying to land a Pollen into Mori. And Mask is not in a great spot right now. It might just die to the Spear. That dot was actually doing quite a bit of work. Ring of Frost to slow down Mori if anything. Polymorph does a Reflect for it. Will be perfect for Mask, honestly. But Mask got himself Deathborn. That's going to be Aegis Stricken. Burnt through very, very quickly. Mori with a Blade Storm got himself plenty of mobility. Mask trying to continue the damage rolling as best possible. Needs to escape this warrior as best as he can, but looks like he's going to get slammed down with a quick execute. Out of the Deathborn. Koopa going to get the open over some Mori. Mori dropping down the banner very, very quickly. Koopa making sure to slice right through the banner. And that's going to be a full kit shot. Mori with a Human Rachel. Trying to see if he can back away from the Venthian Burst. Using all mobility to just escape this rogue. Does he have a parry? He does not have a parry for a while. But that's still quite a bit of damage out of Koopa. Stun for Mori as he gets low on health without carrying Mechanicals with a Stormbolt to follow. But he does get hit with a Disarm. What's not going to be a parry here to follow as Mori finds himself at extremely low health. At some point he's going to have to get really, really aggressive with Koopa. Charging in, it's going to be Spear, it's going to be Vanish for Koopa with a Cloak of Shadows, does get to escape it. Mori has the Brawn joining in. Brawn is going to do a little bit of healing. Mori got himself all the defenses in the world. He got himself, what's healing him just now? What just healed him? Wait a second. Did he use like Warlock Hellstone, Sippy Cup, everything? Because there's nobody on the team that could heal him, I don't think. Somebody healed him for a ton. Stormbolt to Koopa, at least trying to disrupt the Rogue's opener. The Rogue just needs a few common points in order to get a kidney shot. It's going to be grapple over to Mori, hits him with a kidney shot. And he does play relentless, so he's not going to sit the stun as long as normal. Mori making sure to get a couple of those overpowers, trying to clash with the Rogue, but he's basically waiting until cooldowns to back up. Every time he has a Spear, every time he's got a Stormbolt, Fear, any of those abilities are going to be extremely, extremely helpful and necessary, mandatory for him to lock down the Rogue and take him out. But right before, while he's waiting, it's a ticking clock, and Koopa does not need to wait. He just needs to get some calm points and sustain damage, and that's it. That's the biggest difference with Mori as an arms where you play into the cooldowns, especially in a 1v1 situation where you don't have a lot of self-healing. You're waiting for the cooldowns that you can have a big go, and it's going to be a big impactful go. But for Koopa, he just needs to up on you. Some couple of slice and dices, a couple of pistol shots, you know, slice you up, dice you up, and leave you vulnerable, low enough on health to then take you out with a big old pistol shot to follow. At least Mage down, you did really well against the Mage. And the Mage played really well too. That is in a resolve trick and trying to cheese some Necrolord Burst is hilarious. Koopa trying to see if he might be able to have a go versus Lucifer. Full Venthier Burst even through Wall. Just trying to see if he can blast down to Lucifer. Wall is going to be coming down. Lucifer is going to be exposed. There's going to be lots of damage. Lucifer coming. Oh, drop it down to Fellowlord. And Koopa making sure to focus on the Seed Pod immediately. Had himself full burst ready to go. Big damage. With Beggar going to be up next. Trying to go for the Phantom Knives versus Koopa. Quick gouge is to try to get him out in the open. That gouge is always going to allow Koopa a primer to have a go versus Beggar. Quick disarm to Koopa, landing into someone to Beggar. Beggar needs to go for a kidney shot to Koopa as soon as possible. It's going to be a trinket available for Koopa. Cloak of Shadows, Vanish, and maybe Evasion. Actually, we can't even see his Evasion because it doesn't really have a cooldown. Evasion for Outworks is shorter than 2 minutes. House and Dives can be even shorter than a minute, like 30 seconds. Depends how aggressive they are with their calm point generation and building. The faster they build, the faster they spend it. it can get back quicker. Beggar does get himself a sippy cup, I think, in between. I think it was on maybe just a one-time sippy, not a heal over time sippy. Lots of damage on a Koopa. Trinkets out of it. Beggar with a cheat death. Vanishes out. Oh my god, my voice. I am so sorry, boys. My voice just can't hold on at all. But now they can Beggar as he goes in for a full vendetta burst versus Koopa. Does he survive it? Gouged by Koopa for a second. Beggar get a shot right after him. I think it might be over. Koopa does end up taking him out. Some dots taking down on Koopa for a little bit, but vendetta is going to expunge those dots very, very quickly. They're not going to last long on him, and they're going to fall off. Chalrion getting a Stormbolt around. Actually, no, not Chalrion. It's Klaxine. Going to go for a Stormbolt around the corner. Quick charge back towards Koopa. Got his weapons back up with a bit of a Blade Storm. Does play into the Tormented Kings legendary. Should be able to Whirlwind Koopa out, but didn't stay right on him. It was really, really difficult to tell exactly where Koopa is going to be afterwards. This Koopa goes for a complete total reset. Klaxine is going to try to be proactive, picking up the eye as soon as possible. Is going to try to see if they can charge up towards Koopa. Maybe see if they can find him. Should be able to see his little toesies through the wooden pillars there. I think they know where he is at. Yep. Knows exactly where he's at. Kinshop by Koopa around the corner. Flagellation up, and Klaxine is going to go for a full defensive and rage regeneration. Trying to see if they can survive the burst out of Koopa. Full banners up. It's going to be disarm. Does not want to trinket this disarm. Might be in a tough situation. It's going to be create himself a little bit of mobility in case they need to escape. Needs himself all the defense in the world in order to be able to survive this rogue stumble for a second. Do they have a heal? I don't think they play heal. They need an impact victor in this situation. And Koopa looking to escape. Does get a root onto Klaxine, leaping on over, but actually he tried to go for a big old execute as a last ditch effort, and Koopa does end up swiping him out. Chalrion getting hit with a gouge, does have a Zerker Rage. It's going to be a soul shape as Koopa does hit him with a pistol shot. Hitting Chalrion soul shape right in the paws, slow him down for just a second. It's going to be Kidney Shot Koopa. He's going to make sure there's a maximum range. He has the noodle arms to get that extra range with the Acrobatic Strikes talent. Is able to maintain his distance away from Chalrion. Chalrion tried to go for a knockdown. It doesn't quite hit Koopa, but does have a Leaper legendary in order to reconnect back up. Gouge, but no Zerker Rage this time. And Koopa using all the mobility just to get away. If only Chalrion had the Night Fae Ancient Aftershock lined up at the pillar, but he kind of like wanted to turn around, knock him down immediately. He tried to kind of face towards him, I think. But if only he had it there right at the pillar, right at the corner, I think it would have been able to maybe like at least stop Koopa from catching some proper reset. If only though. Chalrion leaping around the corner, picking up the eye. He knows that Koopa is nearby. He wants to get the charge around the corner, but doesn't see him anymore. Does go for a commanding shout that early. No way, right? He just used it? He just used it. Gonna be a disarm to Koopa with a stun right after. War Breaker to follow him. But then Chalrion could go for a parry. Going to be a banner in case the rogue goes for a CC. Going to be the flagellation with a fear by the warrior. Knows to expect a lot of damage out of the rogue. It is going to go for a first aid immediately. Does it keep Koopa in combat? Is going to get a knockdown on him. Flagellation is going to be countered by the Aegis Streak. Koopa's still going to go into burst and do as much damage as possible. Lots of damage. Chalrion is just over. Flagellation just going to burn right through the Aegis. A lot of the physical damage mixed with a bit of shadow is just way too much. Koopa with a 4. Huh? I didn't realize it. Let's go, boys. That's awesome. Rogues are annoying. They can be. They definitely can be. So many good arms versus Fury Wards. Ikalgir who's winning. I think normally Fury would win that one just because they have more healing. Unless Arms Warrior just plays it like a champ. At least Maze down out in the duels of P-Vanish. Yeah, they're pretty crazy. Alrighty, boys. I think we're done, right? I think it's over. It's pretty late into the night, especially for the EU boys. My voice needs a break at some point. My voice noticeably got worse as the stream went on, dude. I can't even yell into the mic anymore because without my voice like breaking. God, it's gonna sound so bad in recordings. I'm gonna try to see if I can somehow clean it up, man. Do something, anything I can. Is it going to YouTube? Most likely. Most likely Israel. I'll need to check a look at them all again. Was it warrior charging the ally illegal? Well, I mean, in 1v1 normally you wouldn't be able to get charge away from an enemy using an innervate. But it's an arms warrior, so they don't have a lot of healing. So, not exactly. But even if somebody uses something illegal in a duel, but it still keeps things fun, keeps things interesting, keeps it entertaining, because then the warrior had a fighting chance versus the rogue, even though he lost at the end. Stuff like that. Normally you have a set of rules. There's no real rules about innervate exactly, but I don't know. I didn't think it took away from the duel. I was just broken. They were really good grain, especially as a Kyrian in particular. It was cheap, like when it was hitting the other team staying in combat. It was a little cheap, yeah. I think maybe there was some kind of a buff he was trying to maintain while staying in combat and trying not to lose it. But who knows? It is technically, yeah. But if it doesn't take away from the essence and the fun of the duel, and if it's not like just literally like cheating in the most obvious way, then I'm kind of okay with it. It's kind of like a gray area. It's like a rogue using shadow step to an ally to escape the person they're fighting, right? It's a gray area where it's like technically I don't think rogues need to do that because they have plenty of mobility, right? Yeah, I don't know. Chip also played Vanished Lego. Capitano, I don't think he played the Vanished Lego. I think he played the green skin Lego. I think if you look out for his buffs and if you see that pistol shot or like a blunderbuss, like a gun icon, not the normal pistol shot one, but like a big red shotgun looking thing, it looks very similar to... It doesn't look like the green skin, does it? Or maybe it does. It looks very similar to Concealed Blunderbuss, but not really. There's an icon about it, right? There's a specific icon behind it. If you see that icon, then you know he's playing that Lego instead of the Spanish Lego. Next time, show you Pepsi's combo, dude. Let's go, my guy. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I believe, man. I believe, Value. Thanks for joining in, my guy. I really appreciate you. But Koopa, as soon as he started joining these duels, as soon as he became like a regular, one of the first few people to go, he's like, all right, I'm just gonna have some fun as Outlaw. Play green skin. Yeah, you will be able to see his buff, Capitano. His ideas were crazy. They are crazy. Like even without the Vanished Lego, the Vanished cooldown is very, very short because of Float Like a Butterfly PvP talent. If you hop on a rogue and you look at the PvP talents and read them, like Float Like a Butterfly is the one that's really, really crazy on evasion. That was really, really crazy. Koopa MVP. Koopa did really well. Oh, now my voice is kind of starting to clear up, dude. Now my voice is starting to clear up a little bit more as we get in towards the end of the night. How does that happen? It still can do high pitch, but how does that happen? Alrighty, boys. Thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate you, gang. Wait, wasn't that good? But I don't know why. That's toxic. You did fine. He did fine. You don't gotta be like that. He did fine. I think it's the first time that I joined the duel, so I'm glad new people joining in general. I've been toxic about it. But boys, thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful, super hanging out with all of you. Boys, next week, more EU duels on Friday. Tomorrow, we got some NA duels. Hopefully we'll see your boy Chicago, Seawark. Hopefully we'll see Wild Imp and potentially even Night King joining in for some 5V5 1v1s. Thank you guys so much for joining. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. And I'll see you guys all next stream arena for tomorrow's duels. Alrighty, boys. You guys have a wonderful evening. Peace.
Ripping hard, I'm all less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a goddamn mess. Hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down, trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Calm down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera, but I do not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. I'm full of shame, trying to find my pain. I see something coming out of that rain. My team really my team. I'ma never slow down. I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you.
true power. Focus fire. Now to strike. To strike.
You like to play your own game. Cover it up, don't let them know what you're thinking.